Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, my people. We are kind of late today for some technical issues. We're sorry, we apologize for that. How you guys doing? Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to every one of you. We are back here again for our weekly debates, 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. every Friday. How you guys doing? Let's do this together. Yes. Yes, we are waiting for our people to join us so that we can do this together. I can see Mommy Diaspora is already there with us, mother of all. I can see Mary Kimade. Good evening to every one of you. I can see Vivian the Rose, Eagle Money, Israel Asemota, Osagbovo Kongai. Thank you very much for joining. I appreciate every one of you. Sarati Omo Carol is right there with us as well. Please help us to share. Let others know that we are here. And let's do this together. So we are waiting for others to join us. We don't really have much time to waste now. We're going to talk about the 21-story Ikoyi collapsed building, which you all know have cost a lot of lives. And we're also going to go back again to Edo State to stretch a little bit on the library Obaseki demolished in Edo State. So I believe we all are ready to do this together this evening. Yes, anyone that is right there, please just press the like button. It doesn't take anything away from you. Help us to share as well so that others will know that we are here. Let's do this together, my people. How not day. You know, just we are going to have our people pretty soon. You know, so we are waiting for them all to join us so that we can do this. All right. Yes, my people. Friday Omoriji right there. I can see you, eBay, frankly. I can see you right there. Good evening to every one of you. Yes, let's do this. We need to talk about the things that's affecting you and I in Nigeria. That's what we're going to talk about today. So, yeah, 1 minute. Just trying to get one or two things right here. Yeah, the Irons World, I can see you there. Good evening to you. Thank you very much for joining us. Yes. 1 minute, my people. So how on a day, as I know, Edgar, nice as well. I can see you there. Thank you for joining. As I know, there was a lot of debate today. You know, a lot of people were celebrating over the light of the Obaseki light up in the King Square, Benin City. Why some people were still not very satisfied. I understand why, because you know, maybe they've been waiting for so long for this. So because of that, some people were not satisfied and all that. So we're gonna touch on everything this evening. Gonna touch on everything. I already have some of my brothers here with us, so I'm gonna be putting them on the screen soon, so that we can do this together. My people. Listen, this is a channel where we talk about everything. Nothing we don't talk about, but we don't hate anybody. We only talk for the betterment of our state. That's why we are doing what we are doing. All right, let me welcome Akim. Mr. Akim, my brother, are you there with me?
Yeah, good evening, my brother. I'm here. Good evening. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good. Good evening to you. Thank you very much for joining us. I appreciate you. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you for the show tonight, and I really appreciate your effort.
Thank you, my brother. Thank you. So let's do this. Let's do this because these are the things that's affecting you and I in Nigeria. So
Yeah, most definitely.
yeah. So let me welcome our other brother to the show. Good evening, leftist. Can you hear me? Okay, I think leftist network is not stable right now. So yes, in the next 5 minutes, everybody will be fine. Everybody will be fine. Leftist Itoya, can you hear me at all?
I'm trying to connect. I'll get back. I'm trying to connect.
Okay. Okay, try to connect. Let me remove you for a minute, okay, while you do that. Okay, my people, we are piling up. We are piling up. We're going to have a lot of people tonight, though. So let's talk. Yes, my brother, Wilfred. What's up? What's up? Good evening to you. How you doing today, my brother? Yes, another day of debate. Let's talk where everybody are entitled to their own opinion. We talk here, we argue here to learn. We don't argue to win. So it's a platform where everybody can voice out what they think about the government. So we're going to be focusing more on Nigeria today, but we're going to talk about Governor Obaseki as well. But we're focusing more on Nigeria, on the things that is affecting you and I. Please help us to share so that others know we are here. We don't have much people watching us right now. Help us to share. Always do this for us. Help us to share. Hey, Maria Pama Ago. Yes, good evening to you. Yes, so we missed you for a while. We missed you for a while. Yes, we have Maria Pamago in the building. Good evening, good evening, good evening. All right. We have Vivian the Rose is there with us. Thank you very much for joining us. Julian Salami is there with us. Thank you for joining us. I better make una share so that we can do this together. I'm just trying. We are going to bring Lefty Sitoya in a minute. Just trying to see. We are still waiting for a couple of our brothers who will be joining us soon. Today we delayed though. Maybe I should take the blame. I should take the blame. My system. I was fixing. But we are good. We are good. We are good. We can still finish at 9. Don't worry. We can still finish at 9. We're not going to be here. 2 hours supposed to be the max. But at least we can still round up at 9. Bishop Ahire, my brother, I can see right there. Good evening to you. What's up? What's up? Freedom Victory, I can see right there. Tina David, I can see you. Good evening, good evening, good evening. Good evening, my people. Good evening, my people. Make we do on together. Make we do on together. I believe Lefty Sitoya, sir, if you are ready, just raise up your hand. Okay, you're ready. Okay, good. So we're bringing lefties in now. All right, good evening to you, Leftist Itoya. How you doing, sir?
Good evening, everybody. I'm okay, and you?
Yeah, I'm very fine. It's good to have you back again. Thank you very much. I appreciate you. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
All right. Okay. It's better we kickstart now before others join us. Yes, because we don't have enough time, so we should just start. It's already 7:15. Yes, we are going to start with we have more people joining us right now. We have our Semota Bright here with us. Okay. Somebody already call it in. You can't be calling in. We have not started. I don't know what you want to say. I'm sorry, I cannot pick your phone right now. Let me welcome my brother to the show first. Semota Bright. Semota Bright, my brother. What's up? Good evening to you.
Good evening, Mr. Manjawa.
What's up? What's up? How you doing, my brother?
I'm fine, and you?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. Let's do this together. Let's do this together. Four of us, we're already here. So I believe we are set. We are set, and let's do this. All right, my people. Once again, good evening to every one of you right there, Najawa's family. Thank you all for your continuous support, your encouragement for us to do this. And I thank my guests today. I thank every one of you for your time to join us again to do this. As you all know that I cannot do it alone. So you guys choose to say, okay, let's support you and let's move our state forward. So today we are going to be talking about series of things, but our major point is going to be the collapsed 21 buildings story that collapsed in Ikoyi. So we'll be talking about that. So as you all know, last week, you know, I don't even know the date it happens. I don't know. Did
It was
anybody
last week
remember?
Monday. It's on Monday. Last week Monday.
Okay, last week Monday. Okay, good. So that happened last week Monday. So this week have been a very, very bad week, to be honest, because a lot of people died. And it was confirmed yesterday that although there's been some rumors that the owner of the building was in there, was trapped there and died, but it wasn't confirmed. So I couldn't talk about it. But yesterday, it was confirmed that the owner actually died as well. He was there. So it's very, very sad, very pathetic. Um, this is not what anybody would like to see. You know, most of the videos that are affiliated with the collapsed building, we cannot show it on social media. That is the only bad side of it, because some of them are very they are very graphic. So we couldn't, even on my Facebook page, I couldn't show them because it's too graphic. You know, because I saw a video yesterday where they were bringing people out of the building. You know, some of them don't have half of their bodies anymore. You know, it's very, very sad. We pray never to be in the wrong place in the wrong time. You know, it saddened my heart. Although a lot of people blamed the owner. So these are part of the things that we're going to talk about today. We're going to talk about these things today so that I don't know if any of you have much details over all these things yourself, but I think it will be good, and let's talk about it. You know, the things that can make a building collapse, you know, like this. Maybe some of you might have one or two experiences that you can share with us today. You know, this is the building. I'm not actually sure when left is we can you. I think you are freezed. Okay, I can see you now. Okay, you are good. All right. A lot of people actually said the video that I'm gonna play now, that was the very day it happens. Why some said it was a day before it happened. So let me play this video. Maybe we might have one or two things to say.
360 degrees. Very nice. Ikoyi. I have to buy a place here sooner or later.
So that the man with the overall white there is the owner. What was his name again?
Olufemi.
Femi
Osinobo also.
something like that. Yeah, his name is his surname is kind of difficult to pronounce. Let me see. Femi Osibona. Okay. Osibona. All right. According to the statement I have here, Femi Osibona on this building, he was there with his PA, with some developers on top of the 21 stories that collapsed. Okay. And many of you must have seen many other videos where the same Femi, the CEO, the billionaire, where he came with his church members that were celebrating and praying on top of the building as well. You know, I'm sorry that this man died, but unfortunately, our spiritual fathers in Nigeria, this will be one of the questions we are going to be asking today. Are they actually seeing? Because if you see spiritually, you're supposed to notice, or rather let this man know that you are going to die, or this building is going to collapse in the next couple of days. But they were just praying and praying, like a similar video where I saw a house was burning down, engulfed with fire, and some women were praying, to quench the fire off. So I don't know what's happening. Anyway, let's see. Let's listen to this.
I told them this is the place to be.
He said he wants the first floor, but we'll give you second
Place to be. 360 degrees yet again. Yeah.
Yeah, 360 degrees. I'm with my sister, Mrs. Momodu. I'm with my friend from Italy,
Omar.
Omar.
And that's Fomenti himself, the great Fomenti.
That's Fomenti.
That's
From
our
Italy.
architect. That's the
Number
architect,
one
Fomenti architect.
furnishing company in Italy. And that's their architect. They are the best in Europe. Not only in Italy, they're the best in Europe.
Check them out, fomenti.com.
They'll be working here. There's no one like them. We thank God for giving us the grace to have them on this team. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank
To
you.
be here, thank you. 360 degrees. Very nice. Ikoyi.
All right. He actually introduced those developers there as the best in Europe. If they are actually the best, we have more people here with us. Okay. We have our brother Wilfred. Okay. Wilfred is there with us today. Wilfred, how you doing, my brother?
Greetings, Mr. Nijawash. Greetings to the house, and thank you for having me today. Thank you.
Thank you very much for joining us. Thank you, my brother. Thank you. All right. Like I said before, he introduced those the Italian developers, as the best ever, right? So what happened to this building? My people, let's talk. I'm gonna play more video on this, but let's talk on this because a lot of people died. So painful. I don't know. I also have another video that I would like to play where a week or so, or a couple of weeks before, because we are not too sure of these days anymore, where Lagos State government actually went there to try to stop them and try to arrest the owner, Femi, but he tries to resist the arrest. I'm going to play that later on. So my people, let's talk. What can you people say about this? Who want to go first? Who have more knowledge? Let me go for lefties. Lefties, talk to us.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. It's very, very unfortunate that such happened. And I'll first of all start with my condolence to the family of those that lost their life, because it's not easy. They actually left home to go and do what they need to do to get their daily bread.
Yeah.
Though our government said our youth are lazy, no, our youth are not really lazy. If they have the environment to work, they will work. Just like the youth that went out now to work and they didn't come back home. Because of why? The same failure of the government. So my heart goes down to the family. Is unfortunate. Then going back to the collapsed building, I think sometime last year, the project was asked to stop. It's sometime last year, not this year, 2020, yes, because of they were not following due process. From accurate record, it was 8th floor. It was 8th floor that was approved. From 8, they increased it to 15. Then from 15, because of greediness, from 15, it was now increased to 21. The former developer, the former engineer, I've forgotten the company, now withdrew. They withdrew. According to the write-up, they withdrew because the developer is not following what they want. And for them to save their image, they withdrew. Before new company now came in and want to develop. And to be to buttress that it is true, because in his interview, Olufemi Osibona, his name, I'm not getting his surname clear. In his interview with TVC also, he said he no longer believe what some of these engineers is telling him. He no longer believed them, because at the time, he was asked to buy 5,000 something of generator. They didn't use it. They sold it. He has gotten a lot of experience from the field. So he no longer just follow most of what the engineers is prescribing for them. That shows that he now felt he knows. And I will come to it. Enforcement for 15th floor, because it's starting from the base. The enforcement for 15th floor cannot take 21 floor because of the enforcement, the roads and the foundation, because of greediness from the developer side, one, and because of failure of government to actually follow up, actually the way it should be. A good jet. Now, somebody that was a place that was sealed, how did it get open? Because I think that's power from the top. Allow him. So it's unfortunate that we are not still doing the right thing. All these things lead to corruption. It is actual corruption that killed the man. If it is true, because as of today, we heard that it is dead. He was among the dead people. So far, 36 people have been confirmed dead. 33 men, 3 women, the 9 survivor, 8 male, 1 female. You can see the collateral damage. But now it's not finished. They are still doing rescue. Maybe by a few days' time, they might still discover some dead bodies. The most painful thing is one developer from America, he was traveling that very Monday. He just said, let me go and check. His friend developing, let him go and check. While the driver was waiting outside to take him to the airport. But fortunately, he didn't get back to America. He died.
Yeah.
That's another developer. So it's very, very unfortunate that not until we learn to do things right, not until we learn to do things right the way it should be, we will continue to have problems. We will continue to have this failure in government and in our private sector. But what rules the private sector is the policy of the government. If the policy of the government is not good enough, or there's a policy and they're not following it, then corruption, there will be problem. That is what led to the collateral damage and unfortunate death of people who left their houses to go get some food for family. It's a pity. So that's the information I have for now.
All right. Let's watch this video. Then other person can contribute. 1 minute, people.
Back in 2008. I did mostly in 2009. So if you look at me, I've not really been in.
So this is the owner talking there. Femi his name is like I said before, Osibona. You know, yes, he was interviewed here. So let's hear him a little bit.
I came back in 2008. I did mostly in 2009. So if you look at me, I've not really been in Nigeria. So I'm not a Niger person. So I said, let me come back and do something. That is what prompted what you're seeing here.
Speaking there is Mr. Femi Osibona, who was unfortunately reported to have been trapped in that building project at Ikoyi, around Jarrad Road in Ikoyi, Lagos. The 21-story building had been reported to have collapsed this afternoon, and Mr. Osibona is the owner and the property developer of that project under the name called Foursquare Homes. He recently moved to Nigeria, and he had been on different platforms and TV stations to talk about what was dreamt as one of the newest innovations and one of the biggest properties in Lagos, Nigeria, which is called a 360-degree Ikoyi Homes. But unfortunately, that dream couldn't be. Mr. Osibona was reported to have been trapped in the rubble.
That I need to do something. I need to let people know that something can be done by a black man. Because if I can be doing properties in London and I can do it successfully, if I can do it in Atlanta and do it successfully, if I can do it in South Africa and I can do it successfully, why would I be able to do it in my country? And you know, with Nigerians, we have this belief that if a white man is not there, that means that thing cannot be done. You understand my point?
Yes.
So, and I just said, let me do something in Nigeria.
There is also a report by one Morita Lawali, the managing director of Prowess Engineering Limited, withdrawing their work or professional services on that Foursquare Limited 360-degree project due to what they call the sort of unethical practices, and they actually say that they will not be responsible for construction's error that will be dictated on the project their own. And there is also a report relating to the Ikoyi high-rise Gerard building, where Lagos State Governor Sanwo-Olu seals the Gerard Ikoyi high-rise building due to what they call preventing calamity, because it's like an impending calamity. I think they saw this coming, but who unsealed this building? That's a question that we need to ask ourselves.
In Nigeria.
So let's focus now on 360-degree Ikoyi, which is the beautiful edifice we are seeing here, high-rise real estate being built on Gerard Road. I saw that myself. I think I was on the 18th floor. I can't remember where I got to that day. Tell us about this. And
welcome to 360 Degrees, a luxury condominium comprising of a set of magnificent buildings that bestride the Ikoyi landscape like a colossus.
So this was the plan and what they termed and called the magnificent 360-degree Ikoyi residential home. But sadly, it became a death trap.
Filled with real sea life, creating an exhilarating aura that welcomes you to the grandeur of your home environment. At the end of the driveway, you are comforted by the security and safety-conscious gated ground floor, where there are private car parks for residents and out-of-weather parking areas for guests. It is impossible for any intruder to enter the premises because entry passage is all controlled remotely. As you enter the living areas, you will behold a captivating and enhancing open...
Now, this is what remains of that beautiful advertised property project. Well, this is one of the problems of property development in Nigeria.
All right, and according to the report, stated that those buildings there, 3-bedroom flat, sold out at $900,000, while 4-bedroom terrace sold out at $1 million, while 4-bedroom flat from 1.4 million, while penthouse start from $4.8 million in Ikoyi. You understand? You know, I believe Lagos is one of the most expensive place to be, you know, to be honest, in terms of property. You know, selling a 4-bedroom terrace for 1.4 million, while a penthouse is 4.8 million, 3-bedroom flat $900,000. So my people, before we move on, I want to play one more video, then we take it from there, because Lagos State government actually foreseen, or rather they saw this. There was a day they actually went there to try to arrest this man, but he resisted. You know, he resisted the arrest. But although they still took him. Okay, what happened here was when the task force came, they wanted to arrest Femi, but his boys and his own security. He's a billionaire. You know that he's a billionaire in dollars. So it was a billionaire. Okay, let me put that on. Sad that I have to use the word was. You know, it was a billionaire, and at the end of the day, his own security men tried to stop the Lagos state government from arresting him. They said no. And but although he still went with them, they took him away, but he was released on the same day. You know, normally they don't supposed to release him on same day, and they don't supposed to approve the continuous building of that particular 21 story. So the problem now is who do we blame? This is where we are going to debate on today. Who do we blame? Should we blame Femi Osibona? Should we blame Lagos State government who foreseen or who saw that there was some danger on this, and Femi managed to pay himself through to continue the building? Or should we blame us? I don't know. Who do we blame? This is where we are going to take this from. My people, we all are coming back to the screen again. So I'm going to go back to Wilfred, my brother. Wilfred, are you there with me?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm here, sir.
Wilfred, what's your take on this? Talk to us.
Oh, okay. Just quickly, my apologies to my co-panelists. I fail to greet you guys out there. I just want to say you guys are welcome, and I greet you all, Mr. Lefties, my brother, Akim, and the rest. I greet you all. Moving forward, I want to first, send my deepest.
Before you move on, my brother, hold on. We have our brother here. Let's just welcome him here. Mr. Mori just joined us. Mr. Mori, good evening to you, sir. Can you hear me?
Good evening, sir.
How you doing, sir?
I'm all right. How are you and your family?
We are fine. We're fine. It's good to have you back here again. So everyone is here. Say hello to everyone.
My pleasure.
Move on.
All right. Good afternoon to everybody in the house. My regards to everybody.
Good evening, Mr. Mori.
Mr. Mori, welcome.
Good evening, sir. Mr. Israel.
Mr. Mori, welcome.
All right. Mr.
Thank
Mori.
you very much, sir. Thank you for having me.
Thank you. Mr. Mori, have you been following up before you join now? Do you know what we're talking about?
Yeah, I saw the topic, and
okay, good.
I listened to you briefly. Had some technical hitches, and I just come back again.
Okay, wonderful, wonderful. So now
I'm of course.
Pardon?
I'm of course.
Okay, good. All right, Mr. Wilfred, go ahead. Talk to me, my brother.
Okay, I said first I just want to extend my sincere, deepest condolences to the family of those who lost their lives in that building. And we've all had it, that we don't even know where to stand right now, because at first, like what my brother Mr. Lefty just highlighted, he said this building was actually supposed to be a 9-story. Nigeria now will always have our way. Extended it to 15, from 15 to 21. And my own surprise is that the deputy governor of Lagos State was cited, saying it was actually 21 story. That is not 15. He actually countered that, so that it was approved for 21 story. This is coming from the deputy Lagos State governor now. So I think from that angle, we should now kind of focus now on the fact that okay, the building was approved for 21 story. Okay, that's it. Then going back to the ethics of violating the building code and all that.
Yeah.
this guy has been doing this. We just watched a clip. He has been doing this. He's a developer, and at the same time, he's also the contractor, so to say, and he has been doing this in UK. Don't forget, he actually said in that video that there is Acme, I think Acme, also in the UK, that he was the person who actually opened that area during the time he was still into that business in UK. That Acme also was actually nothing, but he did first story, and he also had the same issue that the government of United Kingdom, they make an error. Instead of 4 story or so, they approved 5 story, that they wanted him to stop, but I think he was able to find his way to complete that. And he have done several buildings even in South Africa, in US. Then nothing, I think the only incident that occurred in all he was doing in diaspora was the one that had a fire incident, which he said he got a compensated insurance took care of that and even make more money. So going forward, him coming back to Nigeria, starting the same process. So my question is that, was it that they never even follow the building code in Lagos State? Because now the said developer had a counter, altercation with the security forces and all that. And the government, they actually see that building. I think it was around June, if I'm not mistaken, around June or July. So when they see that place up, they've already foreseen that something is not right, that this guy is doing. So who allowed that building construction to commence? I think that should be the question, because you cannot actually put the blame on the government at this moment, because the government did their part by ensuring they stop further construction on that site. And the developer on his own, he went ahead to start, a work. So we need to be very, very careful, because at this very moment, no one can really come out to say this was the actual reason of that building collapse, because investigation is still going on.
Yeah.
But for the fact that that has happened, why can't we Nigerians at least follow the laws that have been put in place? Because the governor actually did what he was supposed to do. I wish, if this, my worry, what I really found so worry about is that, why did it happen the day he went to that same site
for inspection? Yeah,
for inspection. Why was it that the day friends who were supposed to catch up a flight to the US, and the guy said he was on his way, the driver said he was on his way to the US, and it was just controlled to stop by. So why was it that it was that same day all these great guys were in that site? So this is kind of mind blowing to know that this guy with such aspiration, a great a dreamer, he just lost it all, and at the same time he didn't
as a human being, what do we learn from this? That's him there because it took them a couple of days to find his body. That's him.
His body has been recovered?
Yes, yesterday.
Oh,
yeah, that's
so
him.
sad.
Yeah.
You see, one of the we keep having building collapses across Nigeria. Let me take your mind back to what happened in Scone. That was the TB Joshua Church. I think that was in 2014. Okay, that was one of the worst incidents that took place in 2014, when a 6-story building collapsed during the service. And that same building, do you know that up to date we've not had the actual reason of that collapse?
Because it's Nigeria.
Okay, so is this going to also be the same?
Yes,
because
it's
we had
obviously going to be the same.
okay now. I for one will advise builders, developers to always make sure they follow the building code, the ethics of building, most especially in that area. Lagos is a swamp. You know, they should follow the building code and ensure that they use materials that are actually meant, the proper material, not trying to cut corners, you know, because these things that happen, if the government of that Lagos didn't foresaw that something is not right, they wouldn't have seen that place. So it was a negligence on the part of the developer and on the part of those who actually opened that gate for people to go in there and start working. That's just my
Okay,
take.
let's hear from others. We have other. I guess we have someone trying to join us now. Okay. All right, we lost that person there. Please join us back again. Just lost another person here now. Somebody just left. Who is that? Okay. Asamoto Bright. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me too?
Yes, I can hear you, my brother. Talk to me. What was your take on this?
Good evening, gentlemen. Let me use this medium to say hello to everybody present here today. I really appreciate everybody trying to find time to, show light on this issue. Thank you, Mr. Niger Watch, for having me. My condolence to those persons who lost their life during this sad day. Let me put it that way. It's surprising, and it's kind of not surprising if we get to hear this kind of news coming from Nigeria with the way the country is being handled lately. We have seen a lot of issues or events like this, like my brother just mentioned. And up to these days, with those ones that have, passed, we have not seen learned a lot, or we have not put the right approach so that we don't have such things happening anymore. You see, there is a lot of questions that need to be asked uh, surrounding this sad, event.
Yeah.
And it is not something difficult if we should look at it directly the way things should be looked at. Because you cannot have a story building of 21 floors and say there is nobody that could be questioned even at this present moment, or during like what we heard that the structure was suspended for some time and later was reopened, and there was work in progress, and the government tried its best and couldn't stop. It's something that I don't understand, because you cannot have a 21-story building be built in a locality, and you say it does not attract people who could question why it's being built, or what kind of project is being put there, or the government will just say okay, they don't know what is really going on there, or they won't see that the project that they first stopped is now being reopened, and they will not ask questions as regarding why it's being in progress again. So there is a lot of things that we are not hearing, and we should not also forget that we live in a country whereby some people that who are in position can also be a part of this project that might have made things be the way they are now. Because if you look at the video you first played for the audience, you have some foreigners who were in the upper floor of one of the buildings, and the owner of the building was making a kind of introduction that is one of the architects that was handling the building. And in such, I think by now people could have asked, who if this white guy is the architect? What is the name of his company? Where did he come from? Or things like that. Up till now, there is nobody saying anything. There is no record, no, it's It's sad, and it doesn't only reflect on us because this is something that has gone international. A lot of other people from other countries will be looking at what is going to be the outcome of the investigation. What happens to those people that have lost their lives? What is the government? Is the government going to compensate them? Is there going to be any insurance that is covering all this, loss? And if such is not addressed properly, it does not tell well of us, of the country, or of the state as well. So I think the government should work on policy that can make things better because at a point in time, if someone was, you know, arrested for violating maybe rules regarding development and all the stuff, how come the person was left to go and the work has started again and there is nobody who is being asked why or who's fine, and all you get is maybe there's going to be a panel of investigation. And sometimes we know how this is going to end. We saw the case of the end SARS protest and where did we end? Look at the one that the people died in the church of the collapse that happened in the church my brother mentioned. So we should look further. We should use this one to learn for ourselves.
Thank you, Mr. Asamota Bright. I appreciate your time. We should start our normal 2 minutes talking now so that we all can get to contribute anytime, any day. I think we lost somebody right there. I think it's Asamota Bright. Okay, we lost you. Okay, you might come back again. So I'm going to go to Mr. Hakim. Mr. Hakim, are you there with me?
Yeah, I'm here, brother.
Yeah, talk to me, my brother. Talk to us.
Yeah, good evening, everybody. Good evening, friends. Thank you guys for coming on tonight. And
who do we blame on this tragic collapse?
First and foremost, I'll join the panel there to extend my condolences to the family of those
who
lost their loved ones there, right? And in terms of who to blame, definitely it's, the Lagos State government have a lot to answer for. It's just a lot of questions. They have a lot of answers to give to the families, to Nigerians, to everyone, because that is it doesn't look good. It doesn't look good on them at all. Because at the end of the day, if they had not gone there to inspect and seal the property, you understand they've done their job. They went there, they inspect the property. The guy even had an altercation with them. He never wanted them to do their job, and he was arrested, right? And then they sealed the property. So the question they have to answer now is, what happened? What happened? Why was the property unsealed? If you said this was a death trap, if you said this did not meet up to standard, that was the main reason why you sealed that property.
Yeah.
So the question now is, why did you unseal the property? What was there? What did they have now that was not there before that made you seal the property? So what level of improvement did they make to the property that made you unseal the property? Or who did they pay money to? Who is the godfather? Because don't forget, Gerard Road in Ikoyi is a very lucrative area. So for somebody to be able to acquire a land there to build, to kind of put such development there, you must know who is who in Lagos State. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying, my brother. You must know who is who in Lagos State. You can't just be ordinary person and go and acquire a land. See how much they're telling you they want to sell 3-bedroom flat. Not the 3-bedroom flat, they're telling you $1.2 million. So for them to be able to, for that man, Mr. Osibona, for him to be able to acquire that property there, you know people. That was why when they sealed that property, he was able to wiggle his way out of it and then get the property on seal again. So at the end of the day, it's a very, very sad day, because I saw the news first time on CNN. That was to tell you this has gone far, you know. These are go for property goes down. You understand? Even don't forget this year there was a condo in Florida that went down as well. Almost the same thing. You know, this happens, but when a system that was put in place to checkmate all this error made a big blunder, then somebody look head have to roll, because the people who went out to find their daily bread, to find something to eat, to feed their family, to take care of themselves, they've just gone there and then they've lost their life because somebody somewhere has made a decision that has cost people's life.
Yeah.
And and everybody will just tomorrow everybody will just wake up and will just go on like nothing happened yesterday. This cannot continue. We cannot continue like this in that country. It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense. Somebody have to answer for this. Somebody must answer for this. What happened? Why did they unseal that property? Somebody need to answer for this. They cannot just sweep it under the carpet. This is not the first time property is gone down in Lagos. It happened in Lagos almost regular now. But the thing is, this one, you can see blatant error. You can see blatant corruption. You can see blatant impunity. All of these things, they've cost people's life. Nobody even know how many people have died now, because the numbers is still going up every day. And this is very sad, my brother. It is very sad.
Thank you. Let's welcome our brother into the show. Then I read from Premium Times some of the details they pass on this. Our brother, Mr. Tafik, thank you very much for joining us.
Good afternoon, everybody from Canada.
How you doing, my brother? Thank you very much. We are happy to welcome you here.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you. Okay. Let me just read from what I can see here. I'm just gonna put that on the screen. If you guys can actually read with me, let me remove that one from there. Okay. Okay. While I read from here. Okay. According to what I'm seeing here from Premium Times,
it's 20 hours.
Premium Times is a reliable source in Nigeria. I quote, he said, Ikoyi building collapse, corpse of developer Osibona retrieved from rubble. Okay, there is no official confirmation yet on Mr. Osibona, but a close friend of his, Dele Momodu, the publisher of Ovation magazine, mourned him on his Instagram page. All right, the one on the screen now I'm going to read right now. He said the dead body of the developer of the collapsed 21-story building at Girard Road, Ikoyi, Lagos State, Femi Osibona, was retrieved from the rubble on Wednesday. A source told the news agency of Nigeria that Mr. Osibona body was among dead bodies exhumed from the collapsed building on Wednesday and taken to the public mortuary at Yaba. I think I need to mute somebody because you're okay. No, I still need to mute someone else. 1 minute. I think is Wilfred. Okay, good. All right. Sorry for that distraction. Let me continue to read my people. Okay, that the body of the developer was exhumed from the collapsed building on Wednesday and taken to the public mortuary at Yaba. There is no official confirmation yet on Mr. Osibona, but a close friend of his, Dele Momodu, the publisher of Ovation magazine, mourned him on Instagram page on Thursday night. Mr. Momodu posted, "Good night, my very dear friend and brother, Femi Osibona. Rest in peace, RIP." That was what Mr. Momodu left on his Instagram, which was yesterday night. So I continue. On Tuesday, Mr. Momodu shared a video of his wife, Mobolaji, in the company of deceased and 3 Italians at the top floor of the collapsed building. Mobolaji and I have been, there's a quote, have been inundated with calls from families, friends, and others asking if we were fine. We thank everyone for their concerns, but we can't be exactly fine when we have friends and staff who are still being rescued from the site of the building collapsed. Mr. Momodu captioned the video. Nan gathered that more than 39 dead bodies had so far been retrieved from the rubble as of Wednesday evening. Many people are still believed to be trapped in the rubble, including a pastor of Redeemed Christian Church of God, ROCCG, Ola Ogunfuwa. The ROCC pastor in charge of Living Water Parish in Ibafo, Ogun State, was working as a contractor on the project, but had been missing 4 days after building collapse. The Southwest coordinator of the National Emergency Management Agency, Ibrahim Fanloye, earlier confirmed that 32 dead bodies had been recovered, 9 others rescued with injuries. Who is Femi Osibona? In an interview with This Day in 2019, Mr. Osibona said he sold cars before venturing into real estate developments. According to him, Mr. Femi, I quote him here, said, I started selling cars in July 1991 after I finished my HND in the UK. And I later sold suits, but stopped in 1998. And I started real estate development and purchased of property in 1997. I also noticed that many Nigerians at the time were reluctant to go into construction, but I believed anything was possible with God on my side, Mr. Osibona said. I built over 50 projects in London, Manchester, and from there went to South Africa where I built several estates. In all the projects abroad, we buy lands and developed, and I am the builder. I don't engage any builder. I was in Atlanta for only 4 months before I decided to buy land. It is the same procedure in housing development, and if you have done it in one country, then you can do it in another because it is the same principle. Meanwhile, Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu has declared 3 days of mourning over the Ikoyi building collapse. At least 32 persons died when the 21 stories building on Gerard Ikoyi crumbled. On Monday afternoon, emergency responders have so far rescued 9 persons from the rubble. Yes, that is all I can read now from this one. Is from a legitimate source, Premium Times, but there are other newspapers who carry this. So I'm going to come to some of my brothers here because this is very pathetic. It's a heartbroken, to be honest. I don't know. It's very sad. My people, thank you very much once again for joining us. I'm going to go to Mr. Omori. Mr. Omori, sir, can you talk to us? What is your take on all these things that happen?
All right. Once again, my greetings to everybody in the house. And thank you, Mr. Najawa, for having me.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, this is most pathetic. My heart bleeds, over this citizen, but it will have been avoided. There could be natural disaster everywhere. Buildings can collapse anywhere. But this particular incident will have been avoided.
Yeah.
And I have my reasons for this. And talking of who to blame, I will come to that. The government, the developer, and our Nigerian factor, as reasons for this avoidable incident. First of all, before I continue, my condolences to the victims. And I also wish those in the hospital quick recovery. Hello, can you hear me?
Of course, we can hear you, sir.
All right, all right. I wish those in the hospital quick recovery. Listen to one of the interview granted by that gentleman in 2020 or earlier this year, 2021. You know, he's a hardworking guy, you know, an entrepreneur, a guy full of dream and all that, a business-oriented human being. But then, he was also very, very religious. I want to also tackle for that angle.
Yeah.
Very religious. He believes in God. I want to start from there first of all. God is still God. He doesn't change. But the way we use it, the way we use the name of God sometimes could be very wrong. You know, God can never change. He's always there for us. There is a place in the Bible that says, prayer without and faith without work is dead. You understand?
Yeah.
A lot of things could be responsible for this. The materials, I blame everything on negligence. You don't pray. The prayer cannot substitute for quality of materials you are using. Instead of using a 12 mm rod, you're using 5. You know, prayer cannot replace that.
Exactly.
If you listen to the guy's interview, very enterprising, but I'm not blaming him. I know the families are seeing money right now. I wish he was alive to learn from this. I think from what I can sense from his interview and from everything related to this guy, he was good at cutting corners. The first building he started with, you know, there was an approval for so level, for so unit. They made a mistake. You took it as an advantage instead of calling them to the mistake so that it could be rectified. The Nigerian factor. You know, you quickly took advantage of that because it was their mistake. There was even a legal Thursday, but you won. You know, the second one again, there was a mistake. He took advantage of that one again. You know, instead of social unit, they made a mistake. You know, the people you are talking to, they are not fools. The people that are making such mistakes are not fools. You know, he likes cutting corners on one hand. I'm not blaming him. I just pray. I wish he was alive to learn from this. You know, money is not everything. Now, he did not just die. A lot of innocent lives have also gone.
Yeah.
You know, talking about, there was one in America, the one in abroad. They don't make mistakes like that. When they make one, they are much, you know, very willing to take responsibility and rectify it. You know, they cannot continue to make mistakes if in every project you undertake. You understand? If the guy was good at cutting, the one that struck my mind most, oh my God, where he said he stopped believing. Don't forget, this guy started as soon as he graduated, he was selling shoes and suits. He wasn't even having a shop. He was a kind of mobile, you know. He's a hustler from what I can sense. You know, I've done all that, trying to meet up, which is very good, very enterprising. He started selling shoes. He had no idea about the profession he later undertook, which is the building profession. He was not a realtor. He was not a quantity surveyor. He was not an engineer, you know. But God can bless you from anywhere. It doesn't mean you have to take advantage of God's blessing. Another one that struck me most when he said he stopped listening to professionals because he was advised, there was a point he was advised to buy 1,000 kVA generator. You know, first of all, 5,000, they never used it. They ended up selling it. The second one, 1,000, he bought 800. At the end of the day, they ended up using 500. You know, as a businessman, the motive of every businessman is profit, is to make profit. As you try to maximize your profit, always try to take the interest of your clients into consideration. That one is very key.
Yeah.
So you ended up using 500 kVA. Does not mean the professionals don't know what they are doing. If you use 500 kVA, they have their reason for telling you 1,000 kVA. He says it's then. He stopped listening. So he stopped taking the advice of professionals, hook, line, and sinker, which means he would allow them to talk, but he would do his will. You are a novice in this field. Now God is blessing you with billions or millions. Does not replace you. Does not take the place of a professional. That is, I'm not blaming him. I just wish he was alive to learn from all this.
And you want others to learn from this as well.
Exactly. Another one angle. You said who to blame? The government of Nigeria. The Nigeria factor again. I want to elaborate on that. I don't know. You always blame me because of time. Because I have a lot of talk about this issue. Please, 2 minutes might not be enough. The Nigeria factor
just more than 6 minutes now. So yeah, continue.
Okay. If I make sense, let me continue. But if it doesn't make sense, let me stop, please.
Go ahead, sir. So that
the Nigeria factor also played a role. The Nigerian factor played a key role. Negligence. If you want to summarize everything in one word, the word is negligent. The government, at a point, that project was stopped by building agencies in Lagos. Has anybody been able to ask how they started over again? If you see the guy's arrogance, if you see his attitude towards the arrest, you will know the kind of connection he has in Nigeria, the Nigerian factor. I'm also aware that the owner that has a big interest in that building is one of our big shots in Abuja. It has a big connection in. If I mention it, everybody will know. But I don't want to mention it for some reasons. So, how were they able to come? But if you see his arrogance, he had a backup. That was why he was making those noise. If Lagos government is coming out to tell us, we stop this, we're not aware of this, they're only trying to push blame. They're only trying to avoid responsibilities. Coming back to that bridging when the fault detected, when the elements of negligence were detected, was not unconnected with the normal Nigerian factor. A call came from somewhere, and they were allowed to continue without rectifying your underlying factors. Okay. That's number 2. Number 3, economic interest. As I said, of the developer and the people concerned. I already addressed the religious angle. It's good to pray, but prayer does not replace what you're supposed to do as a developer. Thank you. I will stop there for now and allow those people to continue.
Thank you very much. Before I go to my guest, let's talk to Israel. Israel, my brother, talk to us.
Hello. Good evening, everyone. Good evening, Nigeria. Well, thank you for this debate today. It's unfortunate I was not able to join you live there. My take on this thing, first of all, I agree with what Mr. Mori said. I've been listening to him. We should know that this problem is actually the system broke. When you have lack of people and inadequate people to manage the system, that is what happened. Now, we were playing with the lives of people. When this guy was being arrested and being questioned, Mr. Mori said one thing, that there are some people who are inside the government who were giving these people orders. Because when he went to the station, it probably was just a call just came in and he went home. Nobody was able to check what actually he's using. Are the materials good? The proper location of the building? And you have to also consider the environment. What are the costs of all these things? Nobody was able to check it. And you see that when things come into our country, we don't even have this agency that are being put there. You remember what happened in the Grenfell Tower? You know how many of our personnel, especially even the fire brigade, they were even called to question.
Yeah.
When the panic started. But all these things, we don't really have it. Yet, this morning, I just heard that the Lagos State government has called a committee for that. All this cardio committee, they will call it, you will never hear anything again. But they should have an independent body that could be able to oversee what happened when this guy was arrested. What did they tell him? Was the machinery, was the equipment that he was using, was it solid enough? What is the effect? Is it good for human? Things, we have to put a lot of things into consideration right here. Because the Lagos State government on themselves failed because they should have an organization that also check on these things. They don't have it. Health and safety wise, zero. I'm not even talking about Lagos State now. We should talk about the whole Nigeria. So it's a problem. So the government need to look into this case And if they put this case under the carpet, it will be a shame to the Nigerian government if they cannot get any facts from it. What did you learn from it? How safe is the people? And do you actually have the machinery to be able to look after these things? You don't have it. And we call this is the same, I keep saying that a system that is built under a corrupt, by corrupt individuals, you cannot have anything that will work. You cannot have it. And here we are also debating. It's very painful that you have these people being killed or just slaughtered like that.
Very sad.
Negligence. And today they are gradually doing it. We are setting up a committee. Let's have a 3-day money. Come on. You were here when the Granfed Tower happened. You see how the local government was attacked. The people who built the building, the people who was inspecting, who were made to inspect the building. You have to bring these people to book, because the life of innocent civilians were killed. We don't know when it's going to happen again. The one that just happened at the school, and like one of my brother mentioned of, we never hear about the pan. Nothing happened. There was no proper investigation. Everything died there. How are we going to move like this? A system that never works, nothing will work. You bring transport, zero. You bring housing, zero. You bring the environment, zero. Nothing. So it means there is something that we need to do, because the time is running out. Look at how many people died now. They are still recovering bodies. Don't be surprised that people that are going to die there, they are more than 100,000. Destructions everywhere. Where is the insurance? Who is going to pay? Who is going to compensate these people that just died like that? So it's a problem, and the Nigerian government should see to it. This is not only in Lagos State. This should be something that has to concern the federal government, because they have to look into it, because it's absolute. We are talking about the most economic city in Africa. Just take a look at it. It's a shame in the African region, and also to the outside world, that we don't. Let's say someone, they send expatriates there now. They cannot even give them any instrument to actually find these people, or to actually find what really happened. No, zero. There's no proper documentation, nothing. Just go and do it, all in the name of money, greed, and power. It's absolutely disgrace. But my heart goes to those people who lost their life.
Thank you, my brother.
Also rest in perfect peace.
Thank you, my brother. Let's go to Mr. Tafik right there. Mr. Tafik, I would like you to talk to us. Hold on, let me unmute you for now. Okay, Mr. Tafik, go ahead, talk to us.
Yeah, good day, everybody. I hope you guys can hear me.
Yeah, we can hear you. You're driving. Yes, that's fine.
Okay,
go ahead.
All right. Okay, guys. Okay. To be honest, all right, I'm really finding it difficult to believe that building collapsed. I will not believe with anybody. I will not agree with anybody, to be honest. That building didn't collapse. It was like blew up with dynamite. There was something friction. Nigeria is a country whereby you cannot, anything can happen when and anytime, any day. Yesterday, I was talking to Engineer K. Yesterday, he called me and we really talk about this building. As an experienced man in construction, Engineer K, I reasoned with him when he was like talking to me. I went back to YouTube. When you want to be like, you know what I'm talking about. We that living abroad. If 10 buildings stand, if they want to blow that building down with the dynamite, that building can just fall down with the dynamite without touching other buildings. You understand? The way that building fall down, I don't think it collapsed. It was blew up. I believe something is fishing, and there is nothing hidden under the sun. It's going to take time. It's going to take time. The truth will definitely come out. I don't believe so that building collapsed. It was blew up. Something happened about that building, and with time, the truth is going to be out. Because how will a building collapse? This is not the first time. Come on. Nigeria is one of the countries that is good in construction. Here in Canada, the way they do their construction is wooden everywhere. Before they not, like after building around with the cement, it's wooden. It's still very difficult for a building to just collapse the way it happened in Nigeria. So to me, it's difficult for anybody to convince me that building collapsed. But I believe something happened and they blew it up with dynamite. Something happened. That is my own take up about this building. And it's so painful that innocent people just lost their life, especially that girl that just served a youth corps. You know, you don't want to even think about some things. Some people that look at a guy, a man that was crying that he wanted his son either dead or alive. He just want to see the son, whether he's alive or he's dead. You know, it's so painful. Some of those videos, I couldn't even watch it because I take it to be myself. How will I feel if I have a son, I have a daughter, or my wife, or me, myself, something happened to me? How will I feel? So it was really, really difficult to check. And the bad news is just this. Whatever that happened, everything's going to be swept under the carpet. It's a country whereby there is no law. There is nothing happening in that country. Whatever that happens, it happens. Those behind whatever that happens nothing happened to them. So my heart bleeds. It's so painful. Thank you, guys.
Thank you, my brother. I think somebody want to contribute. Okay, let's go to Samota Bright. Samota Bright, talk to us, my brother.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Nanjawas. I went out briefly because my phone was giving me some errors here. I had to come I want to add a little to what my brother just said lastly. You know, it's the whole situation is still open for an investigation. There might be, it could be, like you said, but you see, there's something I want everybody to get from this incident that has happened. If we put all the, character together, you will see that this issue is relating in many, it's relating a lot of lessons to us as Nigerians, whether religious, political, normal people, everybody. It's a story that touches all. That is why we have to, reevaluate ourselves as Nigerians. We have to look at our deeper self and ask, what do we really want? Are we ready to put our country back in shape? Because if you look at the person the owner of the building himself, he's a billionaire, he's rich, and he was healthy and sound, and he was making progress in his life. He had not once believed that maybe today he will be no more. Nobody thought so. It also sent a message to us to know that Nigeria is not a place that one can say, "Oh, I'm rich. Nothing can happen to me." That is one. And secondly, you will also put the religious belief into it. We live in a country whereby everybody do things with prayer. Nobody wants to really do the things the way it's supposed to be done. The effort you are supposed to put in there as a physical person, you want to put God first. What you are supposed to do that God has already ordained in you to put, you will leave that and want God to do it for you. We saw a lot of prayers, pastors. We saw what was going on online. And at the end of the day, a big catastrophe like this still happened. It tells us that there are things we as persons are needed to do. There are things that God also can do for you. We live in a society today that a lot of us become lazy because of our religious belief that somebody will be dying when he knows that he or she can also be taken care of, can get a better way to survive, and see, you want to put religious, incitement into the problem he or she is facing. So this incident is an eye-opening for us to look around and check on ourselves. This The issues, if we also look in general, the issues of building in Nigeria as a whole, forget the issue of this story building. Even those people building bungalows in places like even as far as Benin and other places in Nigeria, we some of us, we know how people, do these things. There are some buildings, even you as a common person will see in some streets, in like my place in Benin, you can easily say that this building is not supposed to be built like this. There is no structure, there is no plan. As far as somebody can, mold the block and add made to it, then you give him the contract to start building a house. It can see with time those houses can collapse. It can kill people. You understand? So it's an eye opening for us to learn. It's not because it was a 21-story building that is why the load on the rods and all those things were too much. Yeah. Somebody can have just a bungalow and it will become the same thing. Maybe sometimes what we are supposed to do, we don't do it properly. We don't check. Some people don't even go as far as surveying their land before they build on it, whether the land is fit enough to carry the load of the structure you are putting on it, whether it's a swampy environment that it will fit with time, whether you will have enough place to put your water sewage system and all those things. People don't put all those things in consideration. In some places, you find that at the end of building a house, some people, the sewage system will be going down and the house will be sinking. Even you looking at the house, you see the house already sinking with time, and people will still be living in it. It happens in our environment in Nigeria. We see all those things every day. There is no check. There is no check. That is why the system, the government, they have to, first of all, Nigeria needs to start building institutions that can check. It's not everything that the government will come out on TV and start addressing people on. These are not things that the government will first of all have to go and look at first, or the governor. There should be bodies that go there first, do their jobs before the governor or the representative from the state can come and say, okay, what's going on here? There is no institution that is being built in Nigeria. Nobody is checking. There might be the first incident that happened that the man was arrested. It might be one of the institutions who has came.
Oh, I'm going to interrupt you there, my brother. But you just mentioned that nobody's checking and nobody's doing anything about it. Nobody's saying anything and all that. But sometimes when the government try to take actions, the same people we try to mock the government. For example, I can say, you remember that, let's go back to Edo State for a little bit. Do you remember when Governor Obaseki demolished some shops in Edo State, Benin City there? I don't know if some of you remember. And and a lot of people went ballistic on social media saying, Governor Obaseki, why are you demolishing buildings and all that, And I would like to, let me play that video for you guys and take it from there. 1 minute. Let's listen to this one. Maybe you might get to understand what I'm trying to say here. One minute, guys. We have more people joining us now, but let's just... Okay, we have Best Amiegbe joining us right now. Okay, I'll just pause this one for a minute.
Look at the mattress weeks ago.
Okay, let's welcome Best Amiegbe to the building. Okay, Best Amiegbe, we lost you there. Please, you need to reconnect yourself. Let's listen to Governor Obaseki here, because the time Governor Obaseki actually did this, a lot of Edo people were very bitter and all that. Why and why and why? But listen, because things like this can be prevented.
We are the ones that gave you this. If your people want space for trading, they should let us know. And you just can't do this. Because we have too much of us. If everybody just acts with us, then the whole country will be in anarchy. Is that clear? Yes, President. I think you would have noticed that over the last few weeks, our teams have been going around town to remove illegal structures and structures that don't have any building permits, particularly in areas where we have a lot of public activities. We notice that a lot of people are building shopping malls across the city without building plans or approvals. The concern is that we have a lot of public activities. We notice that a lot of people are building shopping malls across the city without building plans or approvals. The concern is that we don't even know, government does not know about, because we notice that a lot of people are building shopping malls across the city without building plans or approvals. The concern is that we don't even know, government does not know about the quality of these structures. So you can imagine a shopping mall on 2 or 3 levels with almost 40, 50 shops that has no approval. If God forbid that building collapses, you can.
All right, you heard him. He said, if God forbid the building collapses, sometimes, because I interrupted my brother right there just now, Mr. Bright. To be honest, when things like this, when government try to prevent it, we challenge them, we mock them, we criticize them. So what can you say about that? I'm coming back to you again, Mr. Asamuta, because I interrupted you. But address this in 2 minutes so that we can move to someone else.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah, I saw the video and it's understandable. But I don't see, you see, I don't buy the idea of the governor himself, for example, going to address issues of work and housing. I think most of us in this platform here today, most of us, we live in the diaspora. It's difficult for you to see the mayor of a state goes out and starts, examining, things like that. That is why I told you earlier that the institutions have to be built in Nigeria. It's the institutions that check. When the institution has done their job, then the mayor or the governor can go there and just put a kind of, remark after those. Because when you make the institution less respected, then that is where you have the governor now going to do the work of the institution. The government was not supposed to be there telling you that the stores are not supposed to be built. It's not supposed. That is the system built in Nigeria, which is not the way things function. Because you don't. How many times have you seen a bridge constructed in diaspora? Then you now have the mayor going there to supersede. It's only when it's something. I don't know how. I think a lot of people here will understand what I'm saying.
All right, I'm going to stop you right there. Let's talk to lefties. Lefties, can you hear me, Mr. Lefties? Lefties, you need to unmute yourself. Unmute yourself.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now. Yes. Go ahead. Talk to us, sir. Oh, you need to unmute yourself.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, it's better now. Don't touch it anymore. It's better now. No, you need unmute it. Now it's better now. Oh, we cannot hear you. Okay, leave it.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, it's better now. Yes. No, oh God, you just muted yourself again. Mr. Leftist, no, unmute yourself. Unmute yourself. Because I cannot unmute you. You did. Do it again. You do it again.
You can go to another person while he's working on his mic.
1 minute, sir. Okay, now you've done it, and you
I get his network.
No, press it. It's okay now.
Leave it. Just leave
See
it
my
now.
hands. Okay. So where do you want me to start from, the Obaseki or still on the collapsed building?
Start from the Obaseki because I just played that video. I want everybody to talk on that video.
Yes, just like my last panel co-panelist just said, normally the governor is not supposed to be saying on the streets talking about housing and all that, but because of the systematic failure of the institutions in a developed world, you don't see the governor on the streets because of road or buildings or no, they are just people that are supposed to be doing all these things. But there in Nigeria is the Nigeria factor. Those people are not given free hands to work. Yes, even if they want to do their work, the calls come from the governor's office or connected person, they have to stop. So the governor take it as a point to be on all, which is not supposed to be like that. But for what he just said, according to him, it could be political because there are a lot of structures. There are a lot of structures belonging to these friends and kinsmen, untouchable. So when you see governor coming out, most times, personally, I think it's political. That is how I feel. Because you don't need to go there yourself. You allow the necessary institutions do their work. If it is if you give them free hand. So for you to come and sometimes just say it's political, but again, it's making sense. Because a lot of buildings actually does not have building plan. Sometimes they have the building plan, then they now put some extra shop which defaces the plan, and those extra shop does not give beauty to the environment, and it is the job of the environment, whatever housing, to actually go and pull all this thing down. In that area, that's another point, but it's not the job of the governor to be doing that. As for me, from my own perspective.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you, my brother. Thank you. Let's talk to Mr. I don't want to leave anybody out. Okay, let's go back to Wilfred again. Mr. Wilfred, are you there?
Yes, I'm here, sir.
Okay, talk to us.
Okay, so what do you want me to elaborate on?
It's all about listening and contribution now. Listening and contribution.
Okay, I mean,
yeah, because Governor Obaseki did it before, tried to prevent this kind of things from happening, but he was criticized for it. What's your take?
Okay, I don't think we should criticize the governor on that because you know why? The ministries that were appointed, you know, to supervise these contracts and all that, he might feel they are not doing what they're supposed to do because truly, if you want to bribe, you usually go to these ministry, commissioners or whoever is in charge. So you can't go directly to the governor and bribe him to say, hey, you know what, Mr. Governor, I'm trying to do this. No, you cover for me. Governor will not do that. So, I mean, in his own wisdom, he feels these guys might be doing something that is not right. So let me be on the field myself to make sure I supervise and ensure they are doing a good job. So just because of the a very weak system and corrupt system we have in that country. So I don't think we should blame the governor too much on that. So in the aspect of this collapsed building, my take is just so simple. We as a Nigeria, we as a people, as a citizen, we should try also learn to respect our own external laws because we go abroad, like all the 3 countries he was developing, he didn't flaunt their laws. Even when he find out there was an error, like the right my co-panelist said, he could have go straight to say, you guys make an error. Can you correct this? You know, Nigeria thing, whenever we come back home, we always use that our political power, individual power, riches and all that. Everybody become a god of himself and all that. So we should try to always, at least I know our law is not as strong. We have law, it's just that we have laws, but we should please try to always lead by example. I wish this guy listened to those engineers, those other guys who pulled out of that construction. I wish he listened to them. And also, I wish he listened to the government and say, you know what, until we resolve, Because in a nutshell, the government has the right to demolish building if that building is a threat to the public. But I don't know if that's the case here. They purportedly went ahead to demolish that building. But to summarize it, the developer, I think, on his own side, should be seen as the one who actually causes, because on the moral ground, you cannot expect a child of God who says he fears God, and you cannot, because God also told us to respect our authority, or people in power. So if he did not respect their law, just imagine. So we should learn to respect the law, no matter how it is. That's just my take.
Okay, all right. We are switching now. As you all know, that we have two topics today, and we are almost rounding up. We only have 30 minutes to round up now. Okay, we're going to go back to the Edo State Library that the Governor Obaseki demolished. You guys should remember that Edo State Library is just about less than 20 years old, about 18 or 17 years, something like that old. And nothing wrong with that building, but Governor Obaseki brought it down. What can you people say about this? We talked about it today. I want you guys to, I'm going to go to Mr. Omori. Is Mr. Omori here with us? Yes. Mr. Omori is here with us. Mr. Omori, please, let's talk about the Edo State Library that Governor Obaseki demolished, which allegedly they said is going to give that particular place to ShopRite. What's your take on this?
All right, once again, greetings to everybody in the house. Oh, I thought I could have opportunity to, although that one is past though, I had something I wanted to say on the collapse video, but let me go straight to this one.
No, you can use 1 minute to talk on that. I come to this.
Okay, Governor Sanwo-Olu is not sincere. They are trying to cover their face. One of the videos of that guy, if you see the way he was praising Sanwo-Olu to high heavens, you will know that there is the Nigerian connection. Man knows man connection was involved. So that was how they were able to get back to the building. Were you not surprised when governor was saying there is no validity test, even on the two that are standing right there? So that one could also be a waiting type bomb, a type bomb waiting to explode. Those two buildings. By now, in a Senate environment, you should be talking of how to bring those buildings down or how to conduct validity tests on those buildings. And again, do you know, they could not even trace, now that they could not have access to the builder, they could not even trace anybody. No office, nothing. I'm even sure most workers there wearing helmets and other things you need in a building site. No office, nobody, no subordinate, no assistant, no engineer, no supervisor, no architect to reach to tell you the degree of negligence in our country. That one is past. I wish it was, like I said before, I wish it was alive to learn from it. But it's a lesson for those of us that are alive. On the library, well, I've not been to that library for a very long time. But some people are saying, it is insane for a normal human being to destroy library, an academic citadel for ShopRite. It makes no sense to me. But like I listened to somebody this morning, like, oh, the state of the library was moribund. The state of the library was dilapidated. The state of the library was, something of no economic value or academic value to the society. It was just there like a white elephant. On that ground, I would have even suggested renovating it. But I also went as far as saying, although he was an agent of the government, I don't want to take what he said, hook, line, and sinker, because he's there to defend his principle. So if they are destroying it to build another one, which will have been, well equipped, a modern library, that would have been okay. Destroying library for ShopRite, like I said, makes no sense to me. And again, the place of that ShopRite does not make sense to me. It's going to cause a lot of traffic jam in that area. That ShopRite should have been taken to another area, an outskirt of the town, that will open up that place for economic activities. And once that shop, I'll give you an example. The one in Alausa, Ikeja, because of follicle factor, Nigerian connection, man, oh man, Tinubu was able to, as the landlord of Lagos, was able to impose that one in an area that is already congested. I wonder the kind of leaders we have. They are not leaders. At best, they should be called rulers. You know, destroying a library for ShopRite does not make sense to me. If you are destroying library or to build a better one or to make it a better equipped, you know, for the idolites and for the users, that will have made sense to me. Putting ShopRite in an environment that is already experiencing traffic jam, you know, in a congested environment, does not make any sense to me. Thank you very much, Ono.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. Mr. Tafik, let's talk to you now. Hold on, let me unmute you. Let me look for you. Okay, Mr. Tafik, can you hear me now?
I can hear you very well.
Okay, what's your take on the demolition of the Edo State Library by Governor Obaseki?
Mr. Omori finished work. Let me use pidgin. He finished work. That is, he said it all. You understand?
Yeah.
The truth of the matter is, in a developed country, if you want to develop place like that place like that ShopRite should go to developed place whereby it can create more job. Okay, what about the parking spot? You're talking about ShopRite. ShopRite is like, let's say like something like Walmart or Asda or like Bishop, Audi.
Yes.
You understand?
Yeah.
We're talking about this house. This we think can to be like ShopRite. Number one, if they won't build something like that for anywhere, any community, number one, it will create spots for employers. It will create development. It will make road good. Abi, but where to park? Parking spot is very important. Why will you on earth destroy library? Whatever reason you want to do, whatever you want to do, it's up to you as the governor. You understand me? But think about it. As that place, they congested rich. Is it not the same library very close to NNPC, whatever, the gas station, back of all those places in
Engineer, we can hear you. Just hold on, please.
You understand?
Yes.
So it doesn't make sense for me. If they are putting a ShopRite there, I think it's the biggest mistake they are gonna make. It's the biggest mistake because it's going to cover that place because it's not good. Our heads. I don't know. Sometimes these people are advising our leaders. I think they are not advising our leaders in a good way. Somebody with reasonable sense of humor should know that ShopRite shouldn't go there. Never. Okay. Never. What happened to Dan Saple Road? What happened to Dan and Kenwan Road? What happened to Temboga area? You can create ShopRite in that area. Those hiding places where the criminal normally hide, it will not create room for development. Those people will run away from there. What are you talking about? Come on. It's so painful, man. It's so painful. And these same people travel every day. They see the way they run abroad and they don't know what to do. That is my take on it, bro. It's so annoying.
Thank you, my brother. Thank you. Yeah. Thank you. Let's welcome Engineer Ken. Engineer Ken, thank you for joining us. Can you hear me, sir? Engineer Ken, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Yeah, good evening to you. Thanks for joining us.
Good evening.
We are rounding up in 15 minutes. You came late.
Oh, whoa. Yeah, man, I was in a meeting. I didn't remember that I have a meeting today by 2:00. And it was a very big meeting, so that was why.
All right, that's fine. I want to ask you, Engineer Ken, you just joined us now, so I'm going to give you the slot. Now, what's your take that Governor Obaseki demolished the Edo State Library, which allegedly giving that place to ShopRite for development? Although we want ShopRite because of creation of job and all that, but do you think it's a good idea to bring down that library all because of ShopRite, or do you think that location is suitable for ShopRite?
Okay. Good evening.
Engineer, we can't hear you. Engineer, we lost you there. We can't hear you. I think we need to move on.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, brother, can I come in?
Yes. Come in. Somebody wanted to come in. Who is that?
Yeah, it's Akim.
Okay, Akim, go ahead. Talk to us.
Regarding the library and the demolition of the library and not demolition of library, ShopRite. This is my take in this is that just imagine if you are a governor of a state, right?
Yeah.
An investor come to you and say, oh, you know what, I want to invest S amount in your state, and I'm going to create say maybe 1,000 jobs through that investment, and this is the actual location that I want, right?
Yeah.
Then if you are the governor, and this is what these are the conditions that the investors have put on ground to say, look, this is the location that we want. What will you do?
Are you asking me?
Just anybody can answer the question. What would you do?
Right, okay,
would you
Mr.
turn?
Mori, you want to answer that?
Yes. Can I answer you? Can I answer you, please?
Can I go?
Okay. No, let Mr. Mori go ahead first. Mr. Mori, you go ahead.
Thank you very much, sir. Mr. Akim, you know you are my good friend here when it comes to defense of the governor. On this ground, I want to attack you today for the first time.
You're free to attack me.
I'm not attacking you. It's not a personal attack. You know, we are learning from each other. Though. I'm just, joking. You see, you cannot consider the interest of the developer or the investor at the detriment of your people. It doesn't make sense at all.
No, so you don't create 1,000 jobs just because you want to keep a library that you probably have 5-6 people working inside. I don't understand. Is that what you're saying?
Mr. Kim, to start with, ShopRite has no capacity to even provide the 200 jobs, not to talk of 1,000 jobs. I'm not against bringing ShopRite. You listen to my analysis. I was the first person that spoke on this issue.
I understand you're not against bringing ShopRite.
My brother, the aftermath effect, the interest of the investor is an economist, he's a businessman. His primary motive is profit maximization. He doesn't even mind trying to put that ShopRite in government hands if he could do it. They must still fall for him because you want to employ. ShopRite has no capacity. I repeat, they cannot even employ more than 100 people. What do you have their manager?
Okay, let's say they are going to employ 50 people. Let's say they are going to employ 50 people.
If they are employing 1 million people.
Those are 50 people that currently do not have jobs. Those are 50 people that will be employed, and then they will become paid, and then they'll be able to be productive in the economy. But it's not like I'm saying I don't know what that. I just want. Sorry, Engineer, 1 second here. I'm not saying that is what the reasons are. I'm just saying if you were to be put in that position, your decisions making as a governor in a state that people are complaining that there are no jobs. Listen, people, I know that library, in some cases, they are iconic in their own form. You understand? They are iconic in their own forms. But the purpose of a library can always be met in other areas as well. Just like you said, they can carry ShopRite to Ekenwa Road. They can also carry a library to Ekenwa Road. What is wrong with that? They can carry a library to Mission Road. What is wrong with that?
Mr. King, thank you very much for your submission. My brother, you posed a question if I'm the governor.
Hello, you're supposed to give me the floor now. Hello?
No,
hello?
Mr. Mori,
just a minute, just a second.
Mr. Mori,
a second, please.
Okay, Mr. Engineer Ken, hold on.
Please,
30 seconds. 30 seconds,
please,
Mr. Mori, go
please,
ahead.
Sir, just give me five seconds. Thank you. Mr. Akim, thank you for your submission. Well analyzed. My brother, the principal of the governor this morning was saying they will build the library even in the premises of the ShopRite. Does that make sense to you? My brother, if you talk of employment, we all need ShopRite. Economic benefits are there. As a governor, you are representing the interests of your people, not the interests of the investor. You cannot forget the interest of the people.
Okay.
Who are the people that are going to be employed?
Okay, you guys hold on. Let's go
the people that are going to be employed. I don't know.
Guys.
Okay,
class.
Akim is mute, and Mr. Mori is mute as well.
Okay, thank God. Thank God.
Engineer, go ahead. Talk to us.
my brothers. We should stop chewing ourselves. All right, we are chewing ourselves, and these people are sitting down in a restaurant or a bar, sipping wine and laughing at
But
us.
for me, I like the argument, though. I like it.
Okay, good. The thing is this. Bringing ShopRite to Edo State is a smart move. But bringing down the library for ShopRite is a dumb move. It's a very, very wrong idea. The thing is this. Obaseki is a technocrat. He knows how to generate money. But he doesn't know what is construction, and he doesn't know how to generate wealth the way he just acted. Do you understand? ShopRite has a name. ShopRite is a brand. ShopRite is an household name all over Africa, even here in America, all over the world. If you put ShopRite in the remote center of a village in Nigeria, people will still go there and shop. ShopRite over there in Benin City, right there is a wrong move because it's going to create a lot of traffic. It's going to create a lot of traffic. You understand? The whole place is going to be messed up. So it's a very, very wrong move. What I would have suggested, if Obaseki asked for opinion before bringing ShopRite to where we have a library, ShopRite will have gone to a very remote site in Benin. We have Saple Road all the way down. We have Ikoyi. We have Auchi Express Road. We have Ego. We have all those areas that are not yet developed. That ShopRite is supposed to go there. E.g., let me use for example, when Coca-Cola leased Saple Road there from JBS, that was in the 70s or late 60s and 70s. All those areas in Saple Road were not developed. Coca-Cola came over there. Now it is developed and the whole place is being jam-packed with buildings and people. They are not causing traffic. What did Coca-Cola do? They moved their reproduction center down to Enyai. They moved to Enyai, where they can have more plots, where they can create more slots, where they can make more drinks, where they can build their big factory and use Saple Road for distribution. That was what they did. That is a smart move. Those are the things that Obaseki is supposed to do. It is supposed to bring ShopRite to the city. ShopRite is supposed to go to outlet of the city. Like those in your housing, this thing, Auchi Express Road, what they call it, Ugbowo. If you are going to Onitsha, no, those Temboga area, those Mobile area, those areas that are not yet developed. When ShopRite goes there, ShopRite will not develop those areas. People will not come there and start living because of ShopRite, because it's going to create more jobs, at least about 50 to 100 jobs, because things are cheap in ShopRite. People will be going there to shop. But bringing ShopRite to the heart of Benin was the most stupid move that Obaseki have just done. Obaseki will have not torn down that library. That library is being... Should I go on?
Yes, round up in 1 minute.
Okay. Obaseki is supposed to remodelize that library, change that library to become a state art library so that people can come there to learn more. Right now, in Edo State, a common man children have no place to study. A common man children have no place to rent books and read to have an idea. Obaseki, for turning down that library, he have destroyed the dream of a common man children, the dream of the children yet unborn, the dream of one little boy that is still thinking, what will I become tomorrow? How will I become great? Let me go to the library to read this textbook. You understand? According to my brother Israel, It says a dream of a little boy. You understand? That is what Obaseki have just destroyed. He destroyed that library. He have killed a lot of dreams. A lot of dreams. You know, so bringing ShopRite to Benin is not a big deal. But right there in the heart of Benin is a wrong deal. It's not yet late. Obaseki can still move ShopRite away from there. He can still move them away from there. He should move ShopRite far. This is the thing Obaseki is supposed to do. Supposed to move ShopRite, move Guinness. Guinness, where they are in Ramat Park, Obahi, is too crowded. They're causing a lot of a lot of traffic. Supposed to move them away from there. Give them lands in one of those villages. And guess what? After 5 years, those villages will now be like a city. That is what someone that knows how to plan town does. Like me, I read town planning. I read structural engineering, and I also read civil engineering. You understand me? So that is the way to create a city. You know, the only way to do it is to move development from a big city down to a local city. And that city would change easily. That's just the way.
All right.
Thank you, Nigeria Watch.
Okay, let me go to
Nigeria, can I come in?
No. Hold on. Let me talk to Leftist. Leftist,
My brother, yes. Right. You saw me. I can hear you. You saw me shaking my head. What brings development is education, is intelligence. Do we, because of money, mortgage our brains? Do we, because of money, put the society into, I don't know how to say it. This is how he's destroying education. And tomorrow we want progress. How can you give it? Oh God. Now, the previous governors that built the library, is he not among the town planning of Edo State? Obaseki said he wants to follow the town planning of Edo State. Is he not among the town planning of Edo State? Is the town planner, is ShopRite supposed to be there?
No.
Just the way he's relocating the central hospital now? What's wrong with him? Why is he crazy for money? Agidigbe has a story building in Ring Road. Where is Agidigbe today? He was once the richest man. But where is his story today gone? That's how he's going to go. What he's doing to Edo people, he will reap it. You cannot take away library. That is the brain of a nation. We have lands. Just like the last, you see, I don't want to talk too much because the last speaker has just said everything. For him to say he's a technocrat, he would have taken ShopRite to a community around the Edo State, ask it, and it will develop that community. And when development comes, it should be relocating the same company, just the way Coca-Cola did. That is what brings development. You cannot destroy already developed. What was the money they used in building the library then? The money, the millions of naira destroyed for nothing.
Yeah.
What are you talking about? That an investor brought money. An investor should have also told him that he needs government house because of the money. Yes. Since you are not giving right to an investor over Edo people, the investor should have also commanded the governor that I need government, I want to employ the whole Benin. What are you saying?
Thank you, Lefty.
What is this?
Thank you.
Now,
The
thing is this. The thing is this, Mr. Lefelo, sorry to cut you off. The thing is this, the thing is this. From the way I look at things, we have to say the way it is. I believe Obaseki has 50% of a share owner in that ShopRite that is coming there to Benin.
Exactly.
That is
He's
why
the investor. He's the investor. I don't want to say that before, but we all know. We don't need to say it.
That is why he did what he did.
Yeah.
That is why he did that.
I just want to. Can I quickly just say something, right?
Okay. Everybody,
I just want to quickly say something, right?
Okay. I'm supposed to come to Asemota Bright. Just hold on. Let Asemota deliver first. I'll come to you, please. Mr. Asemota, go ahead.
Can you hear me, everybody?
Yeah, we can hear you very clear. Go ahead. 2 minutes, please.
The issue is laughable. It's laughable. I'm disappointed because you see, we have shifted from something that is just happening recently to, instead of us to get something from there, we're already making a mistake that can also create another catastrophe in future. How can you, for example, take a library from that place and put a shopping mall? How do you convey goods to the shopping mall? You use heavy duty lorries to transport things. What of it, because of the traffic, there is now a road accident tomorrow, you get like 12 people killed because ShopRite was trying to convey their goods, especially during the Christmas season, to their shops or to their warehouse there. And you see, this is the same thing that happened in this Ikoyi building. It's something similar. It starts like this. When you have one thing, doing the job of an institution, which I mentioned before. Obaseki is not supposed to be the person, putting all these things. We have the local government. What are they doing? We have the local government chairman. And things like this, before you even put it to this extent, there should be an agreement between the community. There should be a value. They look at things. People should be aware of all the actions the government is trying to put in place. It's not when they are already, sealing the deal before the people now get to know that, oh, something like this is going to happen here. Then the average person does not have anything to say anymore. You cannot, how can you take away library and put business?
10 seconds. 10 seconds.
So it's laughable. It is not a good development for me. That is what I think.
Thank you. Mr. Akim, go ahead before Mr. Mori.
Okay, thank you very much. You see, this argument here for me is just I don't know what language to use here. First of all, listen, you said Obaseki should relocate ShopRite. Obaseki is not the investor. He's not investing Edo State money. Somebody is investing their own resources into that business. So you cannot tell him to go to Ikoyi. You cannot tell him to go to Ikoyi. If he tells you, listen, I don't like that.
Mr. King, the way you are talking, you know more in this matter. It's like you have a court in this deal, or maybe your family member, or maybe your family member is involved on it. Maybe your family member is involved on it. No. Mr. Naija Watch. I've never talked like this before on this platform, but today I'm ready to fight anybody, tooth to tooth, bone to bone, head to head. I'm telling you, let me tell you something. Let me tell you something, my brother. Let me tell you something, my brother. I don't want to reveal myself yet, but I will tell you something. No. Let me lecture Mr. Akim a little bit.
No, but let him finish.
Oh man,
let him finish. Mr. Akim, go ahead.
Thank you very much. So, as I was saying earlier, the investors, you cannot dictate where they're going to invest or the sites that they're going to use. If they tell you this is the preferred place we want to invest our money, and you tell them, oh no, we can't do this, they'll take their investment somewhere else. They can take it to Ondo State, they can take it to Delta State, they can take it elsewhere. Nothing stops them from taking that money, go to Kogi State, and do the same thing there. Another thing, that's one point. Then secondly, another point I want to tackle, when someone say, oh, the library is a citadel of education, that is not true. Your school, people go to school to learn. You go to school to study. That's where your teachers are. 90% of children that will go through school in that city will not even they will not go to that library. 90% of children that will go to primary, secondary school, even go to university, might not even go into that library one day. Okay? So what is the purpose of that library? What is it serving for? Is it just there for the edifice? Or
okay, Mr. Akin, in 10 seconds, do you agree that Governor Obaseki should put ShopRite in that supply road there? Do you agree?
Of course, if that is the position, if that is the location where the investors want to site, it's fine. What's wrong with that?
Thank you, Mr. Akim. Mr. Mori, before we come to Engineer Ken, Mr. Mori, are you there? Or am I the one that mute?
I'm
Mr.
here.
Murray? Okay, talk to us. 2 minutes.
Here.
2 minutes. Use your
I'm
time
here.
judiciously. Go ahead. 2 minutes.
Okay, sir. Yeah, can you hear me?
We can hear you, sir. You only have 2 minutes. You are
Hello.
in fact, you have 1 minute, 30
Okay,
seconds left.
Okay, I wanted to be sure because you muted me for a while. Yeah, EC does not call for argument at all. I respect always respect the views of Akim, each time he comes on the program, I still respect his views on this issue. They said that we can strike a balance. We all agree that coming of ShopRite to Edo State is a good thing. Good and fine. We all agree that it can bring some employment. Good and fine. We all agree that it has some economic values. Good and fine. Will nobody dispute that? We are talking of the location. The location is wrong, and the substitution for ShopRite, substituting the ShopRite for library is like putting the cart before the horse. It doesn't make sense. That's the only bone of contention here. I respect Akin's views a lot on issues, the way he analyzes issues. But on this one, I disagree. The location is wrong, and the destruction of the library. Or even if they are going to build another one right there, you can't marry a library with a ShopRite. Like one of the governmental agents, I think commissioner on the communication said this morning, the best place for a library is not a ShopRite environment.
Okay, let's talk to Engineer Ken. Please, Mr. Kim, mute yourself, please. All right, Engineer Ken, go ahead, talk to us. Then we go to Wilfred and Tafik.
Okay, the thing is this, my brother. We are not disputing that Obaseki did not that he's not trying or he didn't try for bringing ShopRite. And a developer that is coming to Edo State to invest in Edo State, he cannot tell you where he wants to put his business. If he meets a state governor and says, I'm bringing my stuff to Edo State, I want the city. I want to put it in the city. Is he buying that place? Did Obaseki sold our Edo State library to him? That one is one point. I want us to write that down. If not, that the choice was being made by the governor to offer that land that has our library to him to invest on, my brother, that are rubbish. That one are big rubbish in the sense that Saple Road as a whole is crowded already. Traffic on Saple Road is a no-go area. Then you are bringing ShopRite that will be coming into Edo State every month with over 10, 40 feet container with load on that same road that is not well done, on that same road that is failing, on that same federal road that has a lot of drainage, that has a lot of holes, that has a lot of things going on that road. When it rains, it's a no-go area. You are bringing more disaster to that same road. My brother, Dana Ezuo.
All right.
Dana Ezuo.
Thank you, Engineer Ken.
Hold on, my brother. He never finished. He never finished. I want back right now. What here? Baboya, Ayak Obaseki Asan. Yeah, no. Iedo. On everything, this is not a laughing matter. This is a serious matter, my brother. When it rains, that Saple Road is not go area. On that Saple Road, you know how many times I've used my own excavator to dig those gutters in Saple Road for free? That I don't consult no state or federal government. I'll just do it on my own. You know how many times? Or countless time. Because I have a business there. Or countless time. That is a very, very dumb move. It's the most stupid thing so far that every governors have ever done in Edo State. Because a developer that is coming to develop or to invest in Edo State will not tell you where he wants. And if he even says it that I want the heart, and you tell him there is no space, let it go to anywhere. What is ShopRite selling? That they are not selling in New Benin, they are not selling in Mission Road, that they are not selling in Kiosa, they are not selling in New Market, provision, food stuff, fridge, TV. They have everything already. People are selling it already. So it's not big deal. It's not big deal. Let me take our mind back. You remember old Leventis? When old Leventis was right there, a ring road was not ordered to develop. But when development came, Leventis moved out because of traffic.
Round up in 30 seconds, sir. Right? We have a lot of people here.
My brother, you know, the thing tire me. You know, it's like, everybody just laugh me, you know, at the verse. You know?
Nobody is laughing you, my brother.
We don't laugh you, sir.
All right, let's go to Wilfred.
At the verse,
Mr. Mori,
you know,
hold on, sir. Let's go to Wilfred. Wilfred. My brother Wilfred, can you hear me?
Okay, I beg, cool temper, okay? I beg. You see, I don't know, Mr. Najawash, if you've gone through our conversation in the platform before you brought this topic here. We've actually had a blow on this before you actually, I brought this topic here. You see, Engineer Ken, Mr. Mori, they've said it all. If you go back to the platform, you will see these are the things I kept saying. Like, it was, the most wrongest move, which should be condemned in all totality. Listen, we talked about investment or creating job or investor. First of all, you are bringing investor into a state where the enabling environment is not well structured. How do you want that investor to thrive when they come in? And secondly, we are talking about it's going to create job. Like a brother already said, how many jobs is that going to create? Too much, 100 or 150. At the most, 200. So that is actually not the number of jobs those are craving for. So you look at it strategically. This ShopRite or whatever we are talking about, it should have gone far from those axes that have been congested. Go somewhere else whereby that ShopRite can develop, can spring that area up. And we are talking about advancement. You just want to center all the mall, the shopping mall in one center. That's not how a developed country is being expanded. So then you're talking about because the investor said this is where he wants or this is where he doesn't want. The government has the right. You don't come and impose your decision, your will, or your request on the government. That's why it's called government. You come, you allude to the fact that government, they have all the power. There is power in government. So you can't just come and impose that to tell them this is where you want. As a government, you were supposed to let the investor know we have lands in other places that we can take you through. And as a government, you would have been able to encourage these investors. The reason why, if you locate them to somewhere else, their business will thrive the more. Look at Dangote. When Dangote wanted to open a refinery, he went all the way to a village after Etiosa, a very far place. Do you know that because of that refinery now, people are already started going there to want to buy land just because they believe when that refinery spring up, that area is going to open. That is how you expand. That is how you develop a state. But the way Obaseki just went ahead and demolished that building, it shows to say it's ready to want to use the next library to siphon some money in his pocket. Because, like I said,
Wilfred, if I have to pause you right there, somebody just committed what I was having in my mind right now. Okay, we lost two people at the same time, or one. Okay. Somebody, see never dry woman. He said they will not even employ people from Edo State. Do you know I've been having this on my mind?
That's true.
Even though we have ShopRite in Edo State today, I bet you we are going to have more than 50% of the employees from outside Edo State.
That was Alex. That was Alex's submission earlier on this issue.
Oh,
Alex
he said
was
it. Okay.
Yeah, we've been talking about this on the platform. Alex was so concerned about the number of those that they are even going to employ. Okay, so I mean, just to wrap it up, this idea of demolishing is wrong because first of all, that building, like I said it before on the platform, the building is not even up to 20 years. It is not a building you could just come and say let's demolish, because you are going to build the same building elsewhere. It's going to cost you more. And how are you going to compensate what was already given to these people, to Edo? Edo people, we are crying, we don't have funds to work. Then you are selling this, demolishing it, and going somewhere to go and use another billion. At the end of the day, you are going to get a percentage of that amount on your own side. So we should be realistic, we should be factual. The move of Godwin Obaseki demolishing that library or even selling it out is wrong, because look at the congestivity of this Saple Road, as everybody has rightly said. It's wrong. It should have gone somewhere else. You understand? It should have gone somewhere else.
Before we go to Tafik, one of our brother here, Dizzy, he said, how many Edo people are willing to work? All of them have turned to land grabbers.
No, that's not true.
All right, let's talk to Tafik. Tafik, talk to me.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Can
you hear me, guys?
Yes, very clear.
I can still remember very well. Remember early 90s, OJMI farm in Ubioko right now. We can still remember that farm. It's a very big farm. It's a poultry farm, right? He has pigs, he has turkey and everything. When he bought that land then, I can still remember. Those Ubioko area was like a village. But because of OJMI farm, I know how many times OJMI have used his own pocket money to tie the Kenwan road before it get worse now. You understand? Things like this is what Obaseki should have done. Take ShopRite to a very rural area. ShopRite, if they are making money from it, it won't even go to Edo State Treasure. They will use their money to tie a road that will make customers to be coming there so that they can sell more. It will create more jobs for people around the vicinity, and it will make the property of that area, land, anything, increase. This is a way to develop any country. Where we live in abroad, this is how they develop it. It was a very, very wrong move for Obaseki to convert whatever library into ShopRite. I don't believe it's a right move. Thank you, guys.
Thank you, my brother. Mr. Mori, are you there with us? Okay, wait, hold on. Let me look for you and unmute you. Okay, Mr. Mori, talk to us 2 minutes, please. Then we'll go to leftists.
All right, sir. Thank you for giving me time for this opportunity once again. You know, one thing must be very clear. We are all here clamoring for the betterment of our society. You know, the Hakim, the Ales, the Israel, the engineer Ken, everybody, you know. We are saying one thing, but we are just saying like, it's a way you can use one stone to kill two birds, or one stone to kill so many birds. Like I said earlier, the bringing of ShopRite is okay, employment-wise, and we already have a Jara supermarket, 1 or 2 within the town. You know, those ones are there. You know, I will repeat again, you know, to my friend, my good friend, Mr. Hakim. The investor will want to put his investment even in the heart of, even if it's possible for them to close the ring road for him to put, he want to do it because that is the selfish agenda of every businessman. Profit motive. But then, if that ShopRite was taken somewhere else, it would have opened up that area and added value to that area. The land, the cost of land and everything will go up. And again, that he has destroyed education. No, he has not destroyed education because he can always build another one, but it's going to cost another money. That is, he has taken money. He's taking money from this. This and that. Those are the realm of speculation. I don't want to dwell on that. But one thing I know, the ShopRite of a thing is a kind of PPP, public-private partnership. You make the land available. We bring the fund to do it. You bring so and so number of employment. I want to say, we want to follow up again when we pray that they're able to accomplish it. When it is time for employment, we're going to monitor them bumper for bumper to make sure the negotiations are not coming to work there. It has to be, you know, all these things are supposed to be factored, put into consideration even before anything. These are supposed to come first. But in a nutshell, to conclude this whole thing, the board of contention here is just where the thing is being cited. The location is wrong, and it's like a misplacement of priority. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Okay, Dizzy, thank you very much for correcting me right there. Thank you, Dizzy. All right. Okay, let's go to our leftists. Leftists, can you hear me, sir? Okay, we are struggling with your mute and unmute now, Mr. Leftist. Hold on. Let me unmute yourself. Unmute yourself by yourself. Okay. If I was the one that... Okay, hold on. You need to do that yourself. You cannot talk right now until... Okay, we need to talk to someone.
Yeah, can I come in? Why is he unmuting himself there?
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah,
go ahead. Yeah. Okay. Listen, I knew this argument today was going to be 1 against 11, 1 against 12. So I have no problem with that at all. I have no problem with that at all. So first of all, let me say something here. The notion that when somebody, just because somebody is not called Osamu Jame, or it's not called Osagbovo, or it's not called Edemudia, that person is not an Edo person. That notion for me is a wrong notion, because Mr. Naija, you grew up in Benin. You can't tell me that you did not have Yoruba or Igbo friends that you grew up with that were born in Benin. So if somebody is bearing a Yoruba name and is being employed in Benin, so automatically that person is not an Edo person just because the person does not bear an Edo name. That for me is a wrong way of thinking. That is one. Then two, the fact that I've been making this claim ever since, that listen, if one of the reasons for a government to attract investor is location, okay? They will use Sapele Road as a way to attract investors, to say, listen, this place is close to GROA, this place is close to Ring Road. You can attract business from people that are going to data. You use location to attract investors. Okay, tell ShopRite to go to Ogbuyoko. They say, no, we'll take our money somewhere else. Would you rather them take that investment somewhere else to another state?
Yes.
We are talking about a library here. Yes. We are talking about a library whereby, okay, let's assume children go to school and then they graduate they use the library and then they graduate. We have a lot of graduates who's got no job at home right now. So you would rather an investor take their money away out of the state instead of them to create job for somebody to come and when they finish school they will have a job to apply to. But we are putting emotion, sentiment into this debate. It should not be like that. A library can always be. Look, is that the only library in Benin? There are libraries in other places. People go to how many? My question is how many people what? What is the patronage? What is the percentage of people that patronize that library? What is the patronage of that library? Can anybody just tell me?
Mr. Kim, I'm going to pause you right there. Let's go back to lefties again. Mr. Lefties, are you okay?
Can you hear me?
Can you hear me now? Very good. Go ahead.
Can you hear me?
Can you hear me? Yes.
Yes. See, we are talking about planning. How many people that patronize the library does not matter. Edo State Library is Edo State Library. For future reference and for future purpose and for academic excellence is very, very vital, important. I use the library. I used Egosa Grammar School then when I was growing up. I go to Egosa every time. Grammar School. The library is one very important institution for education. And we all know that education can create anything. So my brother, saying that the library, you don't make money from library. You don't expect to have a library, you make money because people don't pay to go to library, you encourage them to go and read. So thinking of money making, don't destroy the library. You don't destroy the library, not at all. Going back to his predecessor, he's not the one that was actually trying to bring a ShopRite. Oshomole tried to bring ShopRite. Oshomole, where was Oshomole? Did Oshomole destroy library or central hospital for anything? No.
Okay.
He went and I think Domay Junction, a very waterlogged and very wrong place. That would have helped that place, assuming it was that place, because the development, that land is somehow very shallow. Shoprite would have spent a lot of money to some fill, and even assuming it is that place, nobody will complain. Nobody will complain. Nobody will even say, they will praise him. But destroying the library is the problem. It's the bottom line. Destroying the library. That is the problem. Sorry, nobody's against our governor for bringing in. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Let's talk to Favor. We have Favor in the building. Favor, thank you very much for joining us. Talk to us.
Yeah, good evening, everyone.
Oh, your network is not very friendly. Can you hear me?
I hear you.
Oh, your network is not very good. Trust me, we can't hear you.
Okay.
You are breaking. You need to come back again, sir.
Hello, do you hear me now?
You are breaking. You are breaking.
Are you hearing me now?
We can hear you, but you are breaking, so we don't actually hear what you're saying. We can only hear your voice. Try sort that out. I'll give you another chance again. Okay. Let's go back to Mr. Omori. Then we come back to Engineer Ken. Mr. Mori, you hold on. Let me look for you. Okay. Mr. Mori, you talk to us, sir. 2 minutes.
Is this still on the library issue or another issue?
Yeah, we are talking about
library issue.
It's still library issue. It's still library issue. We're not talking about anything else anymore. It's library issue. Okay.
Okay. I think probably feelers from everywhere, from the contribution, from the panelists, and from the comment from our listeners and the Nigeria World family. I think it's obvious that we are saying one thing. You know, ShopRite is good, but the location is wrong. It's destroying a library for ShopRite is not worth it, and it's like putting the car before the horse, like I said earlier, and a misplacement of priority. That's all I can say. From the way people are contributing, it's clear that the location is wrong. It's going to cause some economic traffic catastrophe in the future. That's the only thing here.
Thank you. Let's see if we can talk to Favor again. Favor, can you hear me? Favor, unmute yourself, please. Okay, now speak.
Yes, I'm hearing you. Are you hearing me now?
Yeah, better. Favor,
okay.
Thanks for joining us.
Okay, thank you very much. All that we are saying is very good. But the first thing is that for destroying the library is not a big deal. But the big deal there is that place will cause a lot of traffic. Because they will not even have a space for parking because it's not too big. So what happened if there is a place in there is a big space in Kenwa Road after the river there, the federal something there. They can build shop right there and have a big space of parking. There are some other places in Saple Road that they can build. Not this center that we already have traffic there. Then you want to cause a lot of traffic again. So it doesn't make any sense. Why I said that the library is not a big deal of destroying it, because we are not even using it. How many of us here that is talking now that have used the library before in Edo State? Nobody goes there. They don't have book there.
Thank you, Favor.
They don't have any book. They don't have anything that you want to go and do in the library. They are just using that to give some other people money, while the poor people are at home looking for a job.
Okay.
So for destroying the library is not a problem. Or the thing we are talking that makes sense there, it will cause a lot of traffic. That is the mistake. That is for me. Thank you.
Thank you. I appreciate you. Best Amigbe is in the building. Best Amigbe, talk to us. Unmute yourself, sir.
Good evening, brothers, ladies and gentlemen. I greet the house.
Thank you.
Yeah, My little contribution about I don't first talk. I called today this morning talk about this library issue.
Yeah.
Library, they're not supposed to even move that library, come on from there. Actually, I just want to talk. All of us now, Europe, they see all this shopping mall that they get underground parking and other things, even if you like it, they're very close to the city center. We not get that kind of plans to do all those things. Like underground parking, it will make the parking, upstairs parking will be lesser. But for Nigeria, I don't think say we would think to do that underground parking where be say space would day where we want to do other things. And the trucks where they carry those loads, they come. Now big truck, heavy truck. And our tide road is not even the meter, the tide road is not even solid enough to take those trucks. So why would they think say we won't do something, we won't do and say, because now city center. Sorry, that bros where they talk say investors won't come, they will tell you where they choose. Investors don't have right to tell you where they want choose, say they want to do their investors. Now you go give them this place, say if they are okay with that place, they take it. If they are not okay with that place, this is where we have. They don't go fit select for you, say now here they won't use for anything where they want to do. So
right,
it's like we just thank you so much.
Thank you, my brother. We are rounding up now. I'm sorry, my people. So we've been here since. Those of you who came late, I'm sorry you don't have enough. We're not going to give you enough time to contribute, but at least everybody talked today. We've been here now for 2 hours, 32 minutes. We need to round up right now. So I'm just going to give everybody one minute to round up, please. Exactly 1 minute. Go to Engineer Ken. Engineer Ken, please talk to us. 1 minute, sir.
Well, the thing is this, Obaseki have made a very bad decision and a very bad moves that is going to affect the public in Edo State. Mostly those ones that lives in that Sapele Road house. It's going to create a very big problem. But it's not too late. He has to fix it to move them. And if they decide to build the underground parking, like what our brother just said, it's going to cost them the whole money that they will use to make the whole shop right. Because that shop right alone might take them up to about 500 feet, 500 feet by 500 feet to build it. And when you're going to dig up to 20 feet under the ground to make a parking, remember you have to do up to about 24 inches thick concrete underneath the ground that can hold the weight of the building. It will take you about 24 inches, that's about 2 feet thick concrete, full of solid rebar that is going to hold it. Then the pillars and the walls also going to be on the same 2 feet thick. So I don't think ShopRite has that kind of money to invest to do that.
Thank you,
So it's a very wrong move.
Thank you. Please try not to be late next time. Next week,
I feel so bad and I'm so sorry.
We need you here.
I really miss the house.
Thank you. Thank you, sir. Thank you. All right. Let's go to Lefties. Lefties, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, 1 minute.
Yes, we've all agreed and we've all said our mind. My advice to Edo State, as usual, to our governors and to our leaders in Nigeria, they should please learn to listen to the people and do the right thing. There's nothing wrong in doing the right thing. Let's put sentiment and greed outside. We have names to protect. We have people's future to protect. What he has just done, I think, is on purpose. And whatever we are saying here, he will not listen. It is rolled out. That is tyranny, and that is the leaders of Nigeria. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Lefties. Let's go to Wilfred. Wilfred, are you there? Unmute yourself.
All right. Okay.
1 minute. 1 minute. We are rounding up.
All right. Now, my thing is just that the governor should always try to, seek advice, from the proper place, not advice from, people who just want to serve their interest, because he knows that education is the key, and trying to use market. I mean, it's not even a production a department to replace education where people can go and read. I mean, that's not fair. Then he should just see how he can remodel that place, renovate it. If there are no books in there, fix things up so that the younger ones can still have hope for, going to read there and learn. That's just my take.
Thank you, my brother. Thank you for your time. Please, you guys endeavor to join us every week, Friday, 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. whenever you have time. Let's be doing this together to learn from each other. Thank you very much, my brother. Let's talk about.
Excuse me, Mr. Najawaj.
Yes.
We are still here,
We were supposed to. Oh,
I know.
We are not running up. Are we?
Yeah, we are rounding up now.
Oh, I thought we were supposed to talk about is democracy. Do we really have a true democracy in Nigeria? That was the topic I was expecting.
Yes, no, the time we don't have enough time anymore. We're already almost 3 hours.
Okay, me too. Okay, I love you guys. Blessed.
Thank you, my brother. Thank you. Let's talk to the rest people. Just hold on.
Yeah.
Stay by.
Okay.
Let's go to Mr. Mori. 1 minute, sir.
Yeah, thank you very much. A lot of people have spoken on the issue of ShopRite's location. I don't want to dwell too much on that. And with the contribution, that one is obvious. There was something one of the panelists said. Since we are talking to people are watching us, I don't want us to mislead the public, and I don't want us to also dwell on the realm of speculation. Somebody made mention of a grenade was used on the building collapse. Sorry to take you back. I want to correct one impression. I'm not saying it's not a possibility, but I think we actually dwelt on the negligence, on the human factor we could see. But whether a grenade was dropped on the building or not, I think that one is still within the realm of speculation. And this forum is not for speculation. I remember that was what happened in TB Joshua's case. Instead of the president taking the bull by the horn, good Lord Jonathan, our brother, came and started supporting TB Joshua because, he's a recognized figure in the society. After his death, now people are beginning to go to court to seek redress. So whether that building collapsed or not, I think we dwelt so much on what we could see and what we knew about the building before and after the collapse. Thank you very much, everybody. Thank you for having me.
Mr. Najawaj.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Najawaj, please, can you just give me an audience for 5 minutes to really analyze that building issue so that our brothers can also learn from it?
Okay.
Please.
Okay.
Can we give us, can I have the floor for 5 minutes?
Go ahead.
Okay. The thing is this, let me break it down. You see that building in Ikoyi? That building, they blow that building up with a dynamite. And I will prove it to you. You see, that building is all concrete, also 20-something story floors. And when you look at that building, it has a rebar. Those rebars are rod. All those iron rods, where they use. Americans, where they call them rebar. British, they call them rod. So, and the rod where they use to make that building is all concrete, no steel. So, if that building is supposed to fall or collapse, or if it gets fought, there's supposed to be a crack. There's supposed to be a crack first. And from the foundation, the workers go to hear say the building they get cracked. The walls go to tear. You understand me? The walls go to tear. They go see them. They'll know the thing not they safe. And if the building fall like that, you know when your fall enter inside ground once, it go crack, some go right, some go left. So for that building to just sink into the ground, that is the work of a dynamite. That is the way they blow buildings in abroad. Like the way we do buildings here. If we buy some old buildings now, we won't break them. And the next door neighbor no green. We'll use dynamite from the foundation. So when that foundation shake, the whole thing for that structure will go down. Will just go down. Nothing will remain for the body. The thing not go bend, go left and right. So if the building collapse on its own, as they put those roads to take to those river where they use take cast the pillars and the rest. Some pillars supposed to date when go the whole lamp. You go four, go left.
Okay, Engineer Ken, are you telling me that the owner of the building was the target?
Okay, the thing is this. What I believe is this: the owner of that building might have partners. Maybe they are debating on who to own this floor, who to own that floor. You understand me? So maybe they get quarrel. So to start afresh again is to bring that building down, or or one of them get angry and went and plant dynamite in that same building and bring it down. That's the only way that thing will happen.
Okay, I want somebody to respond to this because you are bringing another topic now. I guess we're
yes,
going to be
we get time. We
Yes,
get time.
look,
We get time. This is us. No, hold on,
I'm
guys.
sorry,
Hold on, guys. This is us. This is our life. This is our country, and this is us. We have to fix it. So we will start from talking like this. If it's gonna take us 24 hours today or anytime we meet like this, so be it. You understand me? So be it, and let's use this platform to start letting our people know what is going on. Not that blah 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 they're telling us. Yes.
Please, can I quickly ask a question? Just quick.
Go ahead.
Are you trying to say what really happened there was the controlled demolition? Because I know what controlled demolition means, you know. Because truly, if it wasn't a controlled demolition, if it was a infrastructural report, it wouldn't have just go down
like that.
Within 5. So I think you have a point there, which I think the government.
But our brother said it before. Tafik said it before. He was the first person.
This is what I said.
Who said this?
I remember.
Go back to YouTube.
Hold on. There are different between. Hello, can I talk?
Yes.
Okay. There are different between grenade and a building dynamite. It's different. Grenade will blow things and scatter everything, but a building dynamite will just go into exactly the place they sent him for. So they dug a building dynamite into that foundation, just like what happened for this country when I did so. I must tell you the truth. That place when we say that for the two markets for year when those people do that time. Now lie you, not be the one. They use and take cover everywhere. They don't say when our people for year don't they find how they want to do that building. They don't try, they're not fit. When we say they want to put new building for that, they don't blow that building, that plane enter to show saying a plane one, but not be plane one. Okay. Now they do one by themselves.
Okay. Let me hear from other people on this topic now.
Can I come in, please?
Who is that?
Hakim.
Okay. Hold on. Everybody hold on. Let Hakim go ahead.
Sorry guys, this one that we are this side that we are diverting into now, this is a very sensitive area, because we are talking about people blowing up a building. If they want, for me, I just think these are conspiracy theories, man. Because one, if the purpose is to bring down the building, they could have bring it down at night. So why did they have to wait until when workers have come in there and they're to kill innocent people?
No, but you don't know if the owner was the target.
According to them, they said the building was the target. It was a control. They say it was a controlled demolition. How can you control demolish when as at the last count over 30-something people died already? Okay, if they are targeting the owner, why not just go and get an assassin to go and get the owner?
Mr. Najawash.
Okay, hold on. Let's talk to Mr. Moruyi, please. Mr. Moruyi, talk to us.
Najawash. We are talking here like a family, but we have to be very careful what we say because this is a public forum.
Exactly.
A lot of people are listening to us. We are talking to the whole world. Like I said, maybe people didn't hear me very well. We should try as much as possible not to dwell in the realm of speculation. I brought up an example just now. When it happened in the synagogue, the man was trying to save his face. You know what he said? He said there was a plane that flew over the building. You know, today, that plane, where will a plane fly over a worship center to bring it down? We should not go into all those things, you know. Jonathan came and started, you know, defending him and like trying to protect him and all that because of, you know, his popularity and status in the society. This is like I came, you know, as just said, let us not dwell on conspiracy theory. Please, let's be guided. We are going into another realm that we are not aware of. We don't have facts.
My brother.
All right,
let me land, my brother. Let me land. When you were talking, they gave you chance, please. When I land, you can counter me, please. Please, let's be careful. Let's be careful.
Quickly, you only have 2 minutes, sir, please.
Yeah, 2 minutes is even too much. I will not
round up now. Go ahead.
Yeah, please. Yeah, there were insinuations, there were speculations, there were evidences that project was suspended. You, engineer, I'm not an engineer, but I'm not a novice in this field of engineering. You said that there will have been cracks. Were you aware that building was suspended sometime a few months ago? There was a suspension on that building. Did you care to find out if the fault they detected on that building, if the validity test, they said the building could not pass validity test. So that was when they suspended the suspension.
Okay,
did you,
all right, Mr. Mori, that's it.
Before they continued? So let's not go into separation.
All right, let's talk to leftists. Talk to us, sir. Leftists, are you there?
Yes. I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yes. Go ahead, sir.
Can you hear me? I don't know where this noise is coming from.
It's from somebody. Let me mute somebody.
There's a noise.
Okay, go ahead.
Yes, it has stopped. Can you hear me? Yes. We are digressing. Like me, I will say my hand not do this very conspiracy theory.
Okay.
The buildings that have been collapsing in Lagos, from head to toe go underground. Is it dynamite that has been bringing those buildings down? We are talking of a new structure, and there's every proof to show that yes, this developer is shortcutting corners. And we are talking about 21-story building. Do you know what we are talking about? Do you know the weights we are talking about?
That's fine. Let's
my hand is not in this theory.
I got a signal that this conversation cannot continue because it's too sensitive.
No way.
Can I say something?
Yes, Engineer Ken, 1 minute. We are rounding up now on this particular one.
Okay. Let me say something.
Yeah.
If I'm not done building in the United States at all, maybe over 500. When I mean building, the smallest I've ever done is like 8-story building. You understand? I will give you the email address, my website, my company. You can Google it and check it out. You will see every goddamn thing. My brother, before that building gets to 23-story of all concrete, if that building not pass inspection, if that building gets failure on the materials they use right from day one, that building will not be a more than 8-story building. It will start shaking.
Okay.
The foundation alone cannot carry. Yes. Yes.
This is too sensitive.
No, my brother, it's not. To you, it's sensitive.
No,
to me, not.
To this channel,
Because
excuse me.
No, it's not sensitive to this channel, my brother. This is what they call awareness.
Yeah.
Awareness. People have to be educated. They have to know what is going on. This awareness.
We don't have facts. Sir.
I'm telling you from a fact, my brother. If they doubt me, let's bring it to book.
Okay, that's fine. We need to round up now. Thank you, everybody. I really appreciate. Let's do this again next week, Friday. Trust me, 3 hours. I never knew that we're gonna be here for 3 hours. I'm gonna give 1 minute now to Best Amigbe. Best Amigbe, please talk to us in 1 minute. You know, only 1 minute to round up. Go ahead, Best Amigbe.
Well, I just want to say, like, about this.
You will give it to all of us.
Yeah, it's like this house issue we're talking about. Let me just speak a little bit about it. Tafiki knows, because he's my brother. He knows that many years ago, like 20 years ago, my brothers, my late brother house got the same thing. Because the foundation, we are doing it like 3-bedroom flat. Then they put like 4-bedroom, 5-bedroom. Before we come the next day, the building got collapsed. Because the weight of the upper one was too much for the down foundation. So things like that, it happens sometimes. If the foundation is not enough to take the building on top of it, it's going to collapse. So
thank you.
That is for that.
Thank you, Best Amigbe. Favor, talk to us.
Okay, sir. For the building, I'll speak pidgin for this one because engineer Kerr say don't build more than 500 this thing. Why would they use something like porosity till they separate wall for here? Is because of weight. But for Nigeria, we go put concrete from down to up. But for Igbo land here, they go don't do the concrete round. They go begin use all this light thing to the demarcator. That is why their building no they collapse like that. How you just use concrete?
Not be so, my brother.
May I finish, sir?
No.
May I finish, sir?
Okay, finish. Make I analyze that one for you. Finish. May I
okay.
say that one.
So how you use this thing? Concrete build house. Sometimes even this thing where we put for up, or can't even you see what our brother talk now. The weight for up a big pass the weight for down. That made the building collapse.
No.
If you want to build something to up to 21, you have to put a structure that is very good.
No.
Favor, thank you very much. Let's go to
Mr.
everybody have gotten their 1 minute.
Mr. Evans, can I just make a unwrap this thing up? Waiting this up.
1 minute now you get engineer.
Okay, no problem. No problem. May I tell you something, Before that building reached 23 floors or 21 floor, before then, say Nana it can't collapse. The foundation don't hold up, reach that already. And for abroad when we dey here, we dey do building reach 50 story, even 100 on a concrete, without we not use any iron, without we not use steel. Take one. You know the reason why people they use sheet rock from inside the floor. This is why for a year or both they use sheet rock or both they use this metal thing with sheet rock to demarcate inside their house, because it is very, very much easy for them to rebuild than to break them again. If they want to construct the room now to remove the sheet rock again, redo one. Why there are some when they do it permanently, they will use.
Okay. Engineer Kerr, please, can we round up? Please. Let's round up. I think we lost Engineer Kerr there anyway. Thank you, everybody. Mr. Mori, no time anymore. We're going to do this again next time. Let me, Mr. Tafik, 1 minute. Round up with us. 1 minute, Mr. Tafik.
All right, just want to send this message to Obaseki, Governor Obaseki. He's my able governor. I love him so much. It's not too late for him to take a decision. Please, look for other place to put the ShopRite. We want ShopRite in Edo State. We're gonna be really proud of you if ShopRite comes. But let's look for a better location. That place is not the right location, sir. Thank you, guys.
Okay, thank you, my brother Tafik. Who else? Everybody have got in there.
No. I haven't got my 1 minute.
Who be that? Hakim.
Yeah. I never get 1 minute. Now that was.
Okay. Talk now. Utilize your 1 minute.
Okay. Listen, I just want to say thank you everybody for coming tonight. I really appreciate you all. I love all your contribution, even though you were all against me tonight. No problem. It's allowed. And I want to say, God bless. I want to. Take 30 seconds. Add 30 seconds to that 1 minute now.
Engineer, give him his 1 minute now, please.
Add 30 seconds to that 1 minute. Now add 30 seconds to it. May you mute there. You not go mute there. May you mute there. Okay. Everybody on mute. Everybody on mute. Everybody on mute. God bless. Listen. God bless Governor Obaseki. Okay, the best governor of our time. The best governor of our time. There's a noise on the background.
Nobody want go.
Okay, no worry. Let me look for these people. Okay.
My 1 minute start now, B.
No. 30 seconds.
30 seconds. Okay. I want to say God bless Governor Obaseki, the best governor of our generation. God bless Omonobanedo, Obayeware the Great, and God bless all Edolites, both home and abroad. Thank you very much, guys.
Thank you. So who else again want quickly talk for 10 seconds? Okay, we are done. Thank you, my people.
No, Mr. Favor want talk.
Who be that?
Favor.
Oh, Favor, you first talk just now. Eh?
Oh, sorry. I want to talk about our Edo State, not be Lagos anymore.
Favor,
sorry. I remember say Obaseki. 5 seconds, okay. No, 30. I remember say Obaseki say he want create another city. So if you want,
I go collect 30 seconds. So you don't have to do 1 minute before.
I finish now. You don't collect in 30 seconds now.
Everybody they talk.
Yeah, but you don't have to do 1 minute now.
Leave may he talk now.
Nigeria. Make the begin call online. Make them call if they want to do their mama 1 minute.
Obaseki say want to create another city. So may he go put surprise for another place. May he create the city.
Okay. All right. Thank you, my people. I love you all. Engineer Ken, we will give you another 1 minute to round up now. 1 minute, sir. Go ahead, Engineer Ken.
Okay, now, I love you guys. Obaseki, we pray for you every day. May God give you wisdom, to lead our state.
Amen.
And you should do the needful. Take shop right, come on for there, so that tomorrow they good for our people. May God bless the Oba of Benin. May God give him long life and prosperity. Oba Tokpe, he said, yes, Niger Watch family, none of us will sleep this year. None of us will die this year. And we will all enter next year in glory together. In Jesus' name. Amen. May the Lord keep you guys. May the Lord keep you all. May the Lord keep your family. May the Lord
Amen. Good night, everyone.
Amen.
Good night. Thank you, my people. I appreciate every one of you for your time with us today. Thank you. I appreciate you all. I'm gonna say good night right now. Good night. We are gonna do this next Friday. Please, if you know you are joining us, don't hesitate to join us. I thank you all on the comment section. You guys tried today. In fact, we deliberately didn't wanted to pick any calls today because if we were picking calls with the kind of guests that we accommodated today, trust me, it would have been a little bit difficult for us to manage. But nevertheless, I appreciate every one of you. Let's do this again next week, Friday, 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. But today, we break the rules. Engineer cannot let us keep to the rules today. thank you, my people. Thank you, my people. And I'm going to say bye and bye for now. Let me start removing everyone from here. Thank you, and God bless you all. Bye.
I got you where you